Hearts.
Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'm going to tap in for sure.
Tap in.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to be in the silliest mood in the history of the moods that I've ever been in my life. It's Friday. And Michael, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, Johnny Scott, Sexy Mo, Jay Blizzy. We got Johnny Gill on the show. Wow! Johnny Gill is on the show, and I'm not, listen, people, it's gonna go down today. Whoa, what you got going on over there in the strip club? Hey, Shawnee, what you got going on in the strip club right now?
All right, nothing.
All right, come on, send y'all things to IG so I can get all y'all asses. Johnny Gill will be on the show today. It's his second time, 2 times, and shout to Kathy. What up, Kathy? So we got him, and we can have a good time. We're gonna have an amazing time. It's Friday. We've been through everything that's going on through the Monday through Thursday. How about this? F Monday, F Tuesday, F Wednesday, F Thursday. Once you get to Friday, you understand how much it feels good to get to Friday. Like Friday, we here right now. So let me log everybody in. Let me get everybody in. Let me get Shawnee in. Hey y'all, how about this, Mo? I was at Shawnee's house last night.
Oh.
Okay, it was a bunch of us at Shawnee's house last night. I
didn't know what to say. I didn't know whether to say congratulations or
it was a bunch of us at Shawnee's house. Shout to my man Dave. Shout to the business bully was over there doing what he has to do. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I miss out on all the fun, but I'm coming to the DFW real soon.
Whatever. That's what we all said.
But I feel that way when y'all are all up there.
Yeah, but we don't get to see. I don't get to see them when he's here.
Johnny, when we have our next get together, like you have to come, like in real life. Like you gotta, like even if I gotta get you on, like listen, I got pull on Frontier.
Oh, okay.
Don't laugh. Why y'all laugh? Why y'all do that? Why y'all do that? Why y'all do that?
You about to flew Shawnee out. You got to get the food out.
Because
Frontier,
you get the one way, and then the one way back is like $70 one way, and then we can get you.
$70. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we just got to get you. You might not come on the same day as the party. You might come on
like 2 days. I have to start 2 days early to make it there.
She gonna get there for the let out.
Okay. You might be cooking dinner with the crib with the family. You might meet Stacy, really meet Stacy or someone. We both gonna make this happen. All right, man. Let me get you.
Mike got the same clothes on.
I sure the fuck do. I took them off. So we did. So I took my hoodie off when I came here, and then it's like 30 degrees out here, and I smoked this Black and Mild. Took my hoodie off, and I put it right there on the couch. I can't move everything right now. Then when I woke up this morning, I said, you know what? The same goddamn hoodie's getting put on right now. Mo, how we gonna get you on here?
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get on now.
All right. Shawnee, read Shawn Robinson's joint.
Good morning, Shawn Robinson. So good morning, Mike, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends. Health does not always come from medicine. Most of the time, it comes from peace of mind, peace in the heart, peace in the soul. It comes from laughter and love. Hashtag somebody needed to hear this. Loving life and not giving it any options. Thank you, Shawn.
Go ahead, Shawn. I'm not reading.
Yes, Shawn.
I'm not reading nothing else without my glasses. Shawn Robinson. Go ahead, Shawn. Shawn Robinson. Shawn Robinson.
I am outside the club.
And not giving it any options.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Oh, wow. Look at me. I hear me.
No, it's all good. Let me get it.
I'm outside the club now.
I know. You
That's
always
all
get,
right. You like to leave me outside the club.
No, you always get pushy when.
Thank you, Sean, for tuning in to get your laugh.
Leave me outside the club with the girls who don't get flued out, like the leftovers.
Right?
You know.
I don't know if flued out is a word.
Flued out.
It
No,
is.
it's not. It is
You
not.
get
That's
flued
not a
out.
word.
It's this
No.
close to becoming in the Urban Dictionary.
No, don't bring that to those uneducated bitches. Don't do that.
Look under flued out, and you'll see
No.
city girls.
Yes, uneducated bitches. Like, what are we doing? Hey, y'all, just came here to share and. All right, let me turn.
What's going on?
I got my microphone.
Mine is down.
Let me make sure mine is down. Let me.
Hey, y'all, just came to share.
I'll be the culprit.
I headed to YouTube. Okay, shout to you, Kelly. Thank you.
Yeah, shout to Kelly. She did a live this morning. Her and some other ladies were talking about relationships, and they were pulling men in. Yeah, they were pulling men in.
How early did they wake up to do that shit?
I guess they started about 5. That's what time I got up and I saw it on there.
The let out.
Oh,
yeah, Jesus. They were up talking about men, relationships. They had a man from the Caribbean on there.
Oh,
all right.
Hey, Dexter.
All right, let's get back to the point. Don't say flown out.
Flued out.
It's flu. No. If you ain't gonna flew me out, Michael Sean, I don't want to be flued.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I got to be flued out.
Shawnee, don't do that. Don't do that.
Flued out.
Like y'all
Who
know,
flued me out somewhere.
You know these bitches be sounding dumb as fuck off the door. Don't y'all? First of all, these are two of the most intelligent women I know. These are the two most intelligent women I know.
Sometimes I don't want to be intelligent. I just want to be flued out somewhere.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Because if I wasn't in my girl's life, they'd be saying that shit like it was official. They'd be like,
flued out.
If he ain't flued you out nowhere, girl, he ain't about shit.
Like my daughters and Shawnee's daughters would be like, oh, I think that's flown. Yes, it's flown. God damn it. The fuck are you talking about? Flued
out.
Don't do that. Don't co-sign that, y'all. Don't co-sign that.
Flued out sounds so much more luxurious.
Yeah, it sounds fun. It sounds fun. It sounds like you're gonna go and you're gonna just have fun.
Flued out, girl.
You're gonna go shopping. It sounds like you got to do a whole bunch of
bald-headed. It sounds like a ride at Wet and Wild.
It sounds like a whole bunch of bald-headed hoe shit.
That's what I like, a whole bunch of bald-headed hoe shit. And they go shopping, they get
no, don't say that, y'all. Don't do that. I'm about to take a black and mild break early. Y'all can't do that. We respect. Y'all got responsibilities. Y'all
now when you get flued out, you don't.
No, you don't.
That's right. You don't get it right when you get flued out. It's on and popping. You can be silly. You can be irresponsible.
He flew me out. He flew me out. He flew me out. He flew me out. He flew me out.
I'm see, but then when we start playing y'all like that, I don't want y'all getting mad.
Good morning.
Well, there's always exceptions to the rule, Michael.
No, there are none. Please, y'all, please don't co-sign this. Please, I'm begging. Don't co-sign stupidity, please.
Okay. Let's get flown out.
No, nobody's getting flown out.
Flown out makes me feel like I'm going to a business meeting. I ain't gonna have no fun.
No, it doesn't.
It looks like you're about to say we got to do the 2 for 32 meal somewhere.
Know, right?
I feel like
the 2 for 20. Yeah. We got to go to Applebee's.
Girl, you can have whatever you want. Just don't go past this part of the menu.
Yeah, if you get flued out though, you going to the steakhouse.
The world is your oyster, baby.
Yeah, it's like, but if you get flown out,
I tried.
It's so boring stuff.
What's my ringtone?
Your ringtone is Mercy.
Why? Why is my ringtone Mercy when I call you?
Because
what did I do to deserve a ringtone of Mercy? I want to know that.
I just picked a Kanye song for you. That's all.
I love
Kanye. And I like Mercy, and I like this song.
I think it's a dope song. But why am I Mercy? Why am I not? Hello?
Because I like the beginning of it. I can't play it. But when he say, That sound like you.
Oh, based on my voice. I hate y'all.
When I hear that, I'm like, oh, that's Mike. Let me go get the phone.
I hate y'all for that.
Listen.
Look, my voice just went exactly to where you are.
Everybody doesn't has a ringtone.
Oh, what's my ringtone?
Like Mo's ringtone is
Yeah, say it. It's no lie.
It's nice for what?
Nice for what?
Yeah, nice for what?
That's Mo's ringtone.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
And then let's see.
Oh, your
Bink's
ovaries.
ringtone is.
I hope your ovaries dissolve. Go ahead.
Not before I get flued out, though.
Not before I get flued out. Don't say that, y'all. Y'all co-signing this.
It's Friday.
God damn it.
It's Friday everywhere. Somebody, somewhere, somebody in this world is getting flued out right now.
They sure are. They
right
at
now.
CFW, they at Love Field. They getting ready to go somewhere, and I'm sitting here in this chair
with they bald-headed whole shit bag.
I know.
They're only holding up clothes for 2 days.
Y'all keep saying no. Say that again. You said what?
I'm sitting here.
Mo, you said bald-headed bitches?
Oh no, with the bald-headed hoe shit. With the bag that only holds.
Why y'all killing bald-headed hoes right now?
We not. No, that's like you say you gonna go out tonight. I'm going out and I'm gonna do bald-headed hoe shit.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Oh, that's just like the ratchetest the most funnest. And I did say
Ladies
most
and
funnest.
gentlemen, go get Shawnee, and go get Mo. They got bald head.
You only pinging one person. Everybody ain't gonna know where you at. Only one person.
If you a bald-headed chick, they done came at you on that bald-headed okay.
No,
all right.
bald-headed hoe shit. You know, that's
you said bald-headed and hoe shit at the same term.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
How about long-haired hoe shit?
No, it don't sound as good.
No, it's bald-headed hoe shit.
Ooh, ladies, if you got a low cut, come get them. If you got a low cut, come get them. Come get them now.
Listen, my cousin got a low cut, and she's with the shits.
Whatever.
And she approves. She approves that message.
No, we're gonna be with the shits today. Sexy Mo and Shawnee, bald-headed. Oh, thank you for the first cut. Yes, I'm
bald-headed hoe shit.
Bald-headed hoe shit.
That bag only carry 2 change of clothes.
Go get them, y'all. Go get them.
If you bring any.
Oh, Herpes Goddess would have went at y'all heavy right now.
Why?
No. She knows.
No, she knows.
Yes, she do.
Yes, she do.
Yes, she do.
No, y'all not gonna sit up there with your long hair.
Yes,
and
she
y'all
do.
No, she don't. Oh,
she has long hair too, though.
They like call. No, she. Every time we talk to her, she got a hat on. Stop playing.
Sometimes.
She got no hair.
Sometimes.
Sometimes she put on her hair.
Depends on how she feel for the day.
Somebody at Herpes Goddess so she can hear what they said. Somebody hit her up.
She know exactly what bald-headed hoe shit is. She know what that means.
Somebody hit Herpes Goddess.
Knows what that means.
And that was Shawnee and Mo is talking about.
She ain't even fitting to bite your way. She know exactly what that means.
I bet she is. Laugh out loud at J Pearls 718. Somebody go get her. Go get her. These chicks is wilding right now on a Friday.
No, she know that's cold.
They call it bald-headed bitches.
That's right.
They going at bald-headed bitches right now.
She know that's cold.
I'm not going after no bald-headed bitches.
Yes, you are.
Now, Mike.
Say the word again. Say the phrase again. Say the phrase.
Bald-headed hoe shit.
Bald-headed hoes.
And he said bald. No, just bald-headed hoes. Not
like
bald-headed hoes.
Yeah, see, you ain't even saying it right.
Bald-headed hoes. Oh, y'all uppity bitches. Oh, y'all two uppity bitches.
Uppity bitches.
Bald-headed hoes.
How I'm uppity today and last night you was calling me gangster and mean.
Ooh, you was calling her what?
I was laying in the bed next to her and I had my feet on her. I put my feet.
Did you have your feet on her?
I put my left foot. I reached over my left foot. She was like, Mike, you gotta go. I said, no, I ain't gotta go nowhere.
You got kicked out. You got kicked out on a late
night. She sent me out. I was about to consummate the relationship. She was like, you gotta go.
Yes, Rochelle.
She said both my daughters are awake. And I said, what? I said, I'm just gonna be quiet. She said, no. Get on it.
Mommy, what Uncle Mike doing here? We had a sleepover. You ain't
know
said
what?
me.
Did you ever? He did see him because Carly was sitting up here when he got there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she was sitting up here. I don't think we saw the other one.
No, I didn't see the other one. The girls are so funny because I go and give her an arm hug and your daughter looks at me like, you gonna get the fuck off me. And I'm like, come here.
She's older.
No, she's
getting older.
No, I know.
Yeah, she loves.
She's such a sweetheart. But I gotta give her.
Kids are.
But I gotta give the respectful hug, and this goes out to all you goddamn uncles out there. A respectful hug is you do that. You put your arm out and you go, hey girl, what's going on? And they're kids. They're 13, 14. My kids do the same thing, like, hey, cool. So you have to be respectful for that situation. And I love those girls.
He is officially Uncle Mike. When she refers to you, it's Uncle Mike, Uncle Jay. So, and when I hear them do that, I'm like, oh, okay, well, they like that person. Okay, it's good.
Yeah, we want to protect those girls. Like, just like Amani, Kayla, and all that.
Thank
We want to
you.
protect those girls. We want to protect them girls. And it's a problem if somebody, them little boys.
Yeah, that's why I have to have my gun. Because when Mike got there, when I get home.
Oh, my God. This is so funny.
I put my purse. I put my stuff on the counter when you walk in. I set everything right there, and that's what I do. That's my routine. The keys, my mask, purse, wallet, gun.
Yeah.
It all go right there.
No, so I walk in, right? So we're doing this docu-series for Business Bully, right? So I walk in, I'm like, okay, I'm good. So there's like Pizza Hut. I'm a little hungry. I'm like, maybe get some Pizza Hut. So there's Pizza Hut boxes and there's a gun. But don't nobody want to say nothing about it. I'll be damned. So I say, Shawnee, is this Pizza Hut like public or is it for the girls? It's for the girls. I get it. Like a grown ass man shouldn't be eating the Pizza Hut. And she's like, no, you can get it. And I said, and why is there a gun sitting on the counter?
Right next to the pepperoni pizza?
Right next to right next. I said, why is there a gun? Like, for some reason, everybody was like, they didn't want to say. I said, why is there a gun sitting here? Like, and then she goes, oh, my bad. Shorty goes, oh, my bad. I just walked in and just laid my gun down. What the fuck? Like, what are we doing?
Don't touch the pepperoni pizza.
No, she had every dude intimidated. Nobody wanted to bring up that there was a gun on the goddamn counter. And I was like, no, we're not doing that.
Nobody wanted to ask to use the bathroom.
Then Shorty goes and says, oh, my bad, and grabs the gun and dumps it in her purse like some regular shit. Like, my bad, I just happen to have this gun laying around. No, how many guns you got up in here? And why?
Just enough. Let me put Betsy on the table.
Yeah, because when I get in, I take it out of my bag because I don't want to keep it in there. Like if I drop the purse or something. But the clip is out. Like the clip was out. So
didn't nobody know that.
If it would have failed, nothing would have happened.
And then I was like, and then Shorty be wondering why she ain't got no man because the dude just stop over and the gun be on the counter. What?
I mean, she had a house full of men folk,
No, I'm talking about she got two daughters, and then I come over and you're like, come over, I'm gonna cook you something. And then you come over and you see a gun on the counter. How are you supposed to tell her if the food was good or not?
You're not. You don't.
Boo, how does that taste?
Don't say anything.
This grilled cheese is the most amazing grilled cheese I've ever had in my entire fucking life.
So what if I'm lactose intolerant? It was great.
No, I'm about to throw up. I'm about to shit. I'm about to throw up. But all right. We did Antonio Brown yesterday.
Yes.
Let's do the question because I got the one story about the man masturbating. The two men masturbating. But the other ones are like, I'm having computer issues.
All right, so All right, we got Johnny Gill. Did I mention we have Johnny Gill?
We got
on
Johnny
the
Gill.
Yes.
We got Leah Frazier.
We have Leah Frazier.
We got Leah gonna come up here. Leah got some cards that she's flipping. That she's trying to tell people's future. Leah is one of the most intelligent women. No, people in general I've ever met. Leah.
I think them cards did something to my uterus. I think she cast some type of love spell on my uterus.
It didn't do shit. Leah is gonna flip cards. She was like,
I'm not playing with Leah cards.
Let me flip cards with Johnny Gill. And I said, oh my God.
Well, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun for Johnny Gill to get his cards read.
Oh, Johnny Gill's gonna be like, I did a tour of Bobby Brown. I don't need any cards. Oh, Jesus. I just lost my train of thought. What was my train of thought? What was I talking about?
Jay's still under Sequisa.
Yeah. Jay is still healing.
Where
Jay? We lost you.
Where the hell did you go?
I told you I'm having some computer issues.
All right, there was something I wanted to talk about.
Dr. Smith. Is Dr. Smith coming today?
It's Friday.
I have no idea.
I gotta send him the link. Wait a minute. Let me send him the link right quick.
So he can annoy my life.
You love Dr. Smith.
I love Dr. Smith. I love him like for real. And I ain't gonna say no pause. I love Dr. Smith. But there was something I was saying. All right, whatever.
Well, why are you thinking of
the
that?
Cards.
Yeah, Leah and the cards. Leah and her tarot, her love cards.
It was something I was saying before that. We got Johnny Gill. Hey Mo, what is going on in your spot right now?
Nothing. That's not me. There's not a creature staring. Not even a mouse.
Shawnee, what is going on over there? Y'all doing
nothing.
I heard. I can't stand y'all. Oh
what you
hands up? I'm not. There's nothing. Nothing.
All right.
Oh, maybe you hear your little niece over here. She's throwing stuff around. They're getting ready to leave for school.
All right, tell them to have a good day at school. I love
shout
those.
Shout out to all of the
have
kids.
A good day at school. She said, "Okay, I guess they mad this morning."
Yeah, shout out to all the kids who gotta go to school, but shout out to all the kids who are getting a snow day right now.
You know what's funny is that when I watch Sidebar, we'll get to the show. When I watch Shawnee's daughters, I see so much of Shawnee in them. But I see so much.
Even the way one of them talk, I just looked. I was like, if you ain't got your whole mother,
no, God,
that's your whole mother.
And when I tell you, like, because Shawnee is like, Shawnee loves. This is gonna sound crazy. Shawnee loves me. Like, I know she does. Yeah, but Shawnee got some, like, she's very like pow, pow, pow. Like Shawnee, like I'm like, I go give Shawnee a hug and think I'm getting a big hug, and she give me the side hug. She's like,
how you doing?
She's like, what up?
Church, how you doing?
Yeah. Shawnee be focused, and it just made me giggle. And I'm like,
that's the hug we give men who don't flued us out.
No, nobody flued you out. Don't say that. Stop saying that. Stop saying that.
Thank you.
No, because I would never.
And it's from the side, so you don't get no breast brush to the side.
No. If I flew you out, when you get off the airplane, you should be bent over.
No, you can say I done flew this girl out. You can say that. You can still say flued.
When I tell you it's going directly in your butt, if I flew you out, I'm not even looking at the vagina. I'm going directly in your butt.
Guess I'll go back to the flown section.
Flown is I wanted you to come out here. Flown is like, come on. But when I watch Shawnee and her girls, it's so funny because Shawnee. I realize Shawnee is the same.
What?
Shawnee be having her girls, and I can't even be mad because Shawnee be the same. If Shawnee, like I know she loves me. Shawnee would give me the shoulder like this. Just take this shoulder and shut the fuck up. Like, I'm like, what? I'm like, boo! I almost called her boo. I'm like, boo! I'm here. No, take this upper shoulder right here. Take this shoulder. I got questions to ask.
What?
Oh my God. Oh, that makes me laugh. Okay. All right. What was the question, Shawnee? Do you remember the question? Oh, and pay attention, Mo, with your little.
I am. I'm working two
All right,
computers
so the
at the
question
same
is.
time.
So the question is, and I saw it yesterday while I was at Shawnee's house and we were doing Dave's thing. Excuse me. I'm so like congested right now. The question was, can you just have sex with a friend and just keep it on a friend level and nobody oversteps the bounds? Now, I know Mo is about to get married, so it's hard for her to be super honest. Because
I'm going to be super honest. What?
Mo can be
I'm going
honest.
to be very honest.
I know tough talker.
Yeah.
I know tough talker. I know. But can you have sex with a friend and say we're just gonna see each other Thursday, and that's it, and keep it on that level, and it never changes anything in the relationship?
From my experience, or you want general?
No, you fall back for a second because I know you already ready to jump off. I want to ask the person who is not down for the get there. I want to ask the person who ain't built for it. So, Shawnee, just one, even though your daughters are arguing over water.
I know. No, right?
Can you have sex with a friend?
Hey. Hold on.
Can you have? Okay. Okay, Mo.
That's that. Y'all better shut the F up.
All right, so Mo. So, can you have sex with a friend and keep it like that, and it never goes into anything else?
I would say, if it's good, no, because a lot of women equate, not all, but a lot of women equate sex with emotional attachment. It's very difficult for them to detach themselves from people who they care about when they have sex. So I would say,
if it's good, no.
If it's good, no. They're going to catch some level of feelings.
So but if it's bad, yes.
And vice versa. A man too. A man can catch feelings too.
No, but I'm saying let's just say we friends. That's a bad example.
We're friends, which means I care about you already. Go ahead.
Yeah, but then we have sex, and then if it's bad, you can keep going. But if it's good, you can't.
I think it makes it that much harder, that much more difficult to part ways or just keep it platonic, because you already care about this person. This person was already a friend. So I think that, again, bringing in some type of sexual interaction or sex play into it, a lot of times you're going to catch additional feelings.
Wow, I'm shocked. No, I'm
and that's coming from somebody with a nigga heart. So, I mean.
Wow, that is.
Yes.
I wouldn't have thought
somebody's gonna catch feelings, whether it be y'all are out somewhere and you see her or him in somebody's face. That's the moment where you realize, oh wait, I'm really feeling this person.
No, but
you catch some type of territorial feelings from it.
No, and I get that, but I mean, if you just have sex and we both know at the time that there's no way we can like be involved, but you're saying if the sex is good, that's even worse. Like,
yeah.
So we just can't have,
because we all develop some level of attachment to good things that make us feel good.
Wow.
There's some level of attachment that you're going to develop.
I did not think that would be your answer. Shawnee, your turn. I did not like Mo.
Seen it happen.
I've never. No, but I'm not saying seen it happen. I'm saying like for you, is that how you feel for you?
Oh no. I've kind of mastered detachment.
You make me so mad, Mo.
But it can happen. I'm saying it really it has happened, but I wasn't the person who changed the rules of engagement. The other person changed the rules of engagement.
Okay, so I'm talking about you. Can you do it?
Yeah, I can.
And separate yourself from it. You can be like, Thursday, 7:30, so-and-so, we're in.
Don't be late for the date.
And then we out.
Yeah.
I love my ladies. sometimes. All right, Johnny, your turn.
Nah, I can't do that.
Jesus.
Nah, I can't do it.
Can somebody call J Black's COVID ass and get him on here, please?
I can't. No, we can't. We can't be. Well, if we friends, I don't even want to sleep with you. That's number one. And then I can't just have this is just the one I'm gonna call when I want to be broke off. Because if I'm calling you because I want to get broke off, then that means that I'm enjoying it and you're doing something right. It's not mediocre. It's not whack. You're not my boyfriend, so I don't have to deal with it. But eventually I'm gonna be like, okay, we got to do something else.
In concept and in theory,
what is it something else? Like, why can't we just have orgasms?
That ain't gonna
orgasms are so great. They're so great.
They are with the person that, for me, they are great with the person that I'm building something with.
All right, well, at least Shawnee didn't confuse me.
I'm sorry if I confuse. I mean,
I tried that before. I tried that
my
light
wrinkles
before.
And my forehead worse,
and it didn't work. It didn't work on both sides, even though he was trying to act like it was something different. But it didn't work on both sides. He had feelings too.
It was good.
He caught feelings.
Oh yeah, it was amazing.
See,
what's amazing? What is amazing? What I want to know what amazing is. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, what is amazing?
Like he was like a 20. You know, it was just. I mean, and for both of us,
he put it in the butt. He did put it.
No, he did not put it in the butt.
Put it in the butt. Yes, he did.
He did not put it in the butt. He asked about that, and I was like, no, I don't know. Like, what we doing is cool. It's like this. It's fine.
Can we just keep this? So that's what I said in the beginning, Michael, Shawn, that a lot of times, because women are really programmed to equate, like attach their feelings to the practice of sex. That's what happens. And it happens to men too. Men catch feelings too. They just got too much vibrato to put it out there.
Well, hold up. I catch feelings. I'll tell you off the muscle.
Especially if it's good.
If it's amazing, like I'm like, you are such a dirty whore, but I want you to be my dirty whore. Like I know other people know you, but I need you to stay right here, because I don't know how you squirted that long, but
yes, a 20, Sequisa.
Mike, that is classic. Put it in the butt. Yes. I think what's funny? Hold on. I just want to tell people. I always say put it in the butt, and I am the last person who's ever put it in the butt. I just think I'm like a little kid. Like the things you're not supposed to do are the things that I always think are the dopest things to do. Like vagina could be amazing. Like everything could be great, and then all of a sudden I'm like, hey, let's take it to the next level. And then when the girl says yup, I'm like, for real? Like I can put it in the butt.
See what she okay, so she said Basil and I had sex. Basil, I'm sorry. Basil and I had sex the first night we went out. The agreement was we were just sex buddies. She said that shit didn't work out.
Yeah, they married with kids. They've
been
together 100 years.
But that is a love story. Like, come on, y'all. That's a love story. That's a love story. That's what I'm talking about.
Married with kids. I mean, well, that's what happens because you catch feelings. And again, in theory, having some type of sexual relationship with your friend with no with no type of real resposability, well, that sounds great, right? No, but in theory, you're gonna catch feelings if it's good.
No.
There's no way around it.
No. Let's be real. Anthony. They are people. They are friends. And have some bomb sex and realize, because they're so mature, realize there's no way me and you could ever last one day in a relationship. Ever.
I'm pretty sure they know that, but it doesn't stop them catching feelings.
No, but some people
catch feelings.
Oh, no. There are people who go like, we know we can't be together. Like we know our attitudes and how we rock. We have to have sex, have this crazy volcanic orgasm, and then get the fuck out of my face because I know we can't get along in real life. Because your opinion, how you run life and how I run life, don't even think. There are people who are really that adult. There are really people that are that adult.
There are people who say they're that adult, but
I don't believe that.
deep down, if it's good, you're catching feelings. Whether it be, look, this is mine. Whether you hold them in, whether you don't share with the other person, you have caught some level of feelings. If it's good, I don't care what you say.
Yeah, because you don't want nobody else to get what you get.
You know you don't want nobody.
Like,
you don't want nobody with your warm apple pie.
That's y'all talking about penis. Guys know that this woman right here, I am never, ever going to be able to be with. Because I know her strong-headed will, and you just put your hands up and go like, you right. There are people where you just like, there is no way.
No,
I can't control this woman. Like, it's all good. Like, and I get it. So I'll see you on Thursday.
Or you don't want if you're a woman, you might not want that man and all his baggage and problems. It might be that he's good at that one thing and he's filling that void, but it doesn't mean that you still haven't caused some level of feelings.
No, you can catch.
I don't want you in real life.
Yeah,
because you're a whole headache.
You really want that person in real life, but you understand and you respect that I can't. I get it. Like some people are really honest. Like we forget that there are people in this planet that are really honest. That just go like, this is how I get down, and this is what I'm gonna do, and you're not built for this. And it's both ways, female and male. Like you ain't built for this, and you go like, okay, you're right. Nope, you're right. Like I can't. I don't know what is that word when you have the horse and you try and break the horse. What is that? Like that thing when you're trying
horse breaking.
Not horse breaking, but there's another word for it.
The bridle
breaking.
I don't know if I don't think it's that word, but whatever it is, there are certain people that you're
chasten the bridle. It's kind of when you're reining, you're chastening the bridle.
No, I've seen movies about it. And then there are certain people that you're like, there's no way I'm gonna change. Like you win. So I'll see you on Thursday at 7:30. We both tried to be that adult we went on different dates. Yeah, that's the worst when you try and act like you're an adult and you watch them go on a different date. It was an issue on both ends. I got cussed out many times back in the day.
Yes.
But y'all made it happen.
A marriage and kids later, but before that was the game. They had already set the rules of engagement, and somewhere along the line, both of them caught feelings.
Yeah, I can't do it. I ain't never been in no situation where I was with somebody that I really didn't like and I was sleeping with them, and I can't. I've been.
You ain't never slept with somebody you didn't like just because it was good?
Nope.
Fuck out of here.
I can't get that type of energy away. No,
that's why she
like
threw away her 20. That's why she threw away the 20. The 20 ain't here no more.
Girl,
you know how good you got to be to get a 20 rating?
But I liked him. I mean, he was cool.
I almost love having sex with people I didn't like. That was amazing. Like
I can't imagine that.
We literally are just attracted to each other, and once we got the first word out each other's mouths, we like, oh, that's right. That's why I don't like you. Yep.
I can't imagine that.
Oh God.
Because if I don't like you, I don't even want you around.
I'm about to be DMX and drop names on the song. There was Linda, Taser, what?
I ain't gonna be able to do it.
I got tons of. I hated this.
And so if you hated her, why would you give that of you? That's just, I don't know. To me, that's so much to give.
But there, you gotta understand, I'm a flaming heterosexual. And when I look at women like, I'm like, wow. There's some women where I just walk around, I'm like, that woman is so attractive.
So you want to sleep with her?
Yes.
Why?
But I'm not saying I do. But
I know you don't, but I'm just saying, why is it the thought? If you see an attractive woman, why do you want to sleep with her?
Because when a man looks at you the first time, the first thing a man says is, can I fuck her?
Really? Is that really what y'all say the first time?
The face goes through this database in his mind. It's
every man.
It's like a scan.
I don't care if they've been married for 60 years. I don't care if they're 80 years old. They're like, what her? Like we almost say it like we have, like we could. But guys were like, what her? Like, dog, it doesn't matter who it is. Like the first time I saw you, Shawnee, I said it. I was like, what her? I was like,
Would you?
The first time I met Mo. The first time I met
Talking
Mo.
about it, would you? What was the answer? Since we talking about
Yes,
it.
yeah, the first
gotta
time.
check.
No, the
So
first
I'm
time.
fuckable. Okay.
No, but once again, I'm not saying, but guys say that it's almost as like we all say that. Like
It's a compliment.
I've never seen a woman ever and not be like, what the fuck?
So which women have you seen that you wouldn't?
Older ladies. Older ladies. What else that I
But
would.
on a drunken stupor night, maybe with a
hold on. There was a human resource lady that I was like, there was a human resource lady.
I knew there had to be one. I knew there had to be at least one.
Human resource. There was this really nice lady that was a receptionist at a station that I worked at, and I was like, nah, I wouldn't. Like, but the first thing in your mind, I don't even know why guys are trained like this, and only that I know of, heterosexual guys. I've never been gay, so I don't know what gay guys do. But heterosexual guys be like, yo, whatever. Like, it don't matter. It could be, she could take your order. You could order grilled cheese and mozzarella sticks, and it'd be lady, and it'd be like, whatever. Where is Jay Black? I just need Jay Black.
So you wouldn't get Eartha Kitt?
Back in her day, Eartha Kitt was.
Well, not Eartha Kitt, but I'm just saying an older lady that was on her game. She, was all put together.
If I wasn't in a relationship, yeah, probably. I'm like,
well, yeah, I mean, of course, that's what I'm about.
Yeah, I'm like, probably. Yeah. Let me see what this old vagina is doing. Is hitting for. A man wants to hate the woman. Damn, I didn't say that.
Wow, Anthony.
Easier not. Easier not catch feelings, but when the victory circle is good, then that's what we want. And yes, we think about each and every woman. Everybody thinks it. That's why I don't. When I introduce my lady to somebody, I make it quit because I already know what the motherfucker thinks. I make it quick.
The scan is incomplete. Let's go.
Break that up, motherfucker. Because I know what you just thought.
Oh man, that's very interesting. That's very interesting. So should I just come out and be like, "Hi, I know you're thinking. I know what you're thinking right now."
No, don't do that.
Don't mess it up.
Because I would do that. I'd be like,
"Don't mess it up. I know what you're thinking right now.
I know what you're thinking. It ain't happening."
And then as you build, but then the thing is, as you build a relationship with somebody, then you like that thought for normal guys goes away, and you're like you stop doing that. But then that's why friends be knocking off best friends' girls, and girls be knocking off their best girl's husband. You gotta let that shit go. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, Kathy said, "Mike, watch your mouth" with the older lady comment. Some of us still got it going on.
I will knock your spinal cord to the left. You hear me, Kathy? I'm that.
Listen, Kathy bring her boots and her hat. She give you a run for your money.
Hold up.
Don't ride it like a cowgirl.
Amir Silly. This man is one of the most intelligent guys. He said, "We are probably gonna lie if you do that." Listen,
I know what you're thinking. Amir, I know what you're thinking.
Look me in my eyes.
Look me in my eye, Amir.
Send him the link.
Look me in my eyes.
Amir, we want to send you.
I'm gonna put the
y'all
link
playing with the wrong dude. Y'all playing with the wrong dude.
Okay, Amir, just click this link. I'm putting it in the comments. So just
y'all don't want to smoke with him. This man, I'm telling you, Amir is one of the nicest.
I like Amir.
I don't know Amir. I mean, we're just Instagram friends. But what's up, Amir? Let's see what you got. Here we go.
Here we go.
Hey. Let's see what Amir got.
All right, what time is Johnny Gill coming on?
8:00 Central. So what's
we got time?
9:00 over there.
No, Amir.
I mean 7:00. Wait a minute. If it's 8:00 here, it's 9:00 there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
They're behind. So they're behind. Vegas time is like 3 hours behind.
No, I'm talking about where y'all are. Oh, Mo, you
on the East Coast. Yeah, that's something like they're 3 hours behind. Yeah.
So if it's 8:00 here in Texas, then where you are, it's 9:00, right? Yeah.
No, it's 8:00 where I'm at here in Georgia.
Oh, that's right. Girl, I keep thinking that you back in Jersey.
All right, so we got the one story until we get Amir to come on here because I'm tired.
Amir don't want this smoke. Amir ain't ready. He gonna stay right over there. He don't want this smoke.
But he did say something that
he
I think is true.
With the ovaries, you on your own, Mike.
First of all,
he said that men and women are wired differently, though.
Before I bring, if Amir comes on here, he's the most respectable man I've ever met in my life. So all that popping off that y'all doing right now, watch.
Popping off.
Watch when this motherfucker Amir literally makes me check myself and up my game. I'm like, Amir looks at me and like, oh, you should probably say that. I'm like, no, you're right. You're absolutely right.
But I agree with what he said. He said men and women are wired differently, especially when it comes to sex. I do believe that.
Yeah, we're wired differently because we're trained differently from the time we come out the womb. All right, so the other story that I was bugging off of was the masturbating, the masturbating situation with San Antonio. And dog, I'm a freak. Like, I'm a freak for real. I'm not masturbating and dropping packages off and just masturbating in front of the camera.
Everybody has the door camera now. Like, I just don't understand what he was thinking.
Send me your email address, Amir. I'm gonna email it to here, and then I'll email it to you. Maybe it's not working through here.
But maybe he's into voyeurism, where you like to have people watch.
What is
Hold on, Amir gonna make y'all change your clothes. But the voyeurism, I don't even understand. Like that show that you're showing right now, I promise you're gonna put a sweater on after Amir gets on here because Amir is that respectable. Yeah, it's gonna make you put some real shit on. Listen, I don't understand how you can literally deliver a package and masturbate in front. Dog, I'm a freak. I'm about that life. Like, I'm telling you, I'm down.
But I think this is more of a sexual deviance than just, being on some who want it. I think
maybe
this
he
is
just like the lady.
Yeah, I think it's more of a sexual.
He don't even know the lady.
Maybe he did what you said. He looked at her and said, "Can I fuck her?" I can't, so I'm gonna just do it in my hand.
No, but my thing is like he's just dropping off a package,
right?
So he don't even know this chick. He don't know her at all. He's literally just dropping something off, like he's never seen her.
Which leads me to believe that he has some type of sexual dysfunction. Like either he's a sex addict, which mean and a lot of times they don't care where it is, they got to do it, or he just may be into sexual voyeurism.
That is a whole. If people are gonna start busting off on my doorstep, like I'm like,
it make you rethink how you pick up them packages, Mike.
Yeah, like I need it on Amazon. I need to know that Amazon says the person delivering the package will not bust on your doorstep. Like I need to know, like, what are we doing? DJ Red, what's good?
What's up, DJ Red?
But I'm not doing that. Like I'm sitting there going, like I'm ordering. I think it was a UPS. As if UPS don't need no more bad. Like the UPS.
No, I think he was the one in San Antonio because it's two. It's one in San Antonio. No, I think he was the grocery man.
Oh, he was He was just. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was delivering this one right here.
What was he delivering? Like just
her groceries.
Her groceries, like the 13 bags I just picked up out of Amazon.
Yeah,
that's
him. That's the one in San Antonio, and then we got a video on the one. Not actually him actually doing it, but
yeah, please. I'm not Bill. I can't do the video. So this dude,
she ordered her groceries. He took them there, delivered them, put them on the porch. But then she could see him on the Ring camera. He's standing on the porch, just.
That don't even sound the way I do it.
I mean, but look at him.
I mean, dog, he's just
Is he high? He looked like he high.
He looked like he high. He looked like he got high on something, and then all of a sudden it popped off, and he just lost his mind. He dropped more than a package. Shut up, Shawn. Like, shut up. Just stop. Stop.
Yeah, he did drop off more than a package. And then this dude, this is a
He's another
this
masturbator.
dude, yeah, this one is in Nashville.
Another masturbator.
What?
Yeah, this man right here.
Does state that Jared Crow was pleasuring himself on the porch of that home. This was around 1 a.m. the morning of November 28th on Long Hunter Court, but the arrest just made here as that suspect was identified. Metro Police say a Ring camera alerted the resident to movement on his porch, so he opened the app and saw the 33-year-old in the act. Now, police have arrested Crow and charged him with public indecency. Police also say he does have similar charges in his criminal history.
Well, okay, Mo, get on IG Live. No,
And he's a serial masturbator.
Hold on,
This
get
is
on
not
IG.
the first time. Hold on.
Shayna up in here. I see you.
Here's Amir.
Oh my
You
God.
gonna welcome Amir? Welcome
Amir. This is
Yeah.
one of the coolest
Yes,
dudes
yes.
I've ever met in my life. One of the most knowledgeable people about basketball and sports in general. Amir Sealy, ladies and gentlemen, Amir is in the building. Amir.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you, first of all, for having me on your platform. As y'all see, I tune in every day. I met Mike through talent, and we hit it off, and I've been rocking with him ever since. So I just, and I love talking. So
How tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
Really? That's the bullshit we gonna start with.
I mean,
That's the
he just
bullshit
I
we
saw
gonna
his
start with.
hands. Yeah, and I saw his hands in the
I got
frame.
you
I'm like,
looking
why
at
do you have
hands,
so
got
big
Let me
hands?
see your hands. Put
You
your
get
hands up,
married,
Amir.
He
God
got like
damn
a palm of basketball.
Oh, yeah, he
Yeah.
does.
So
Some
as
nice hands, yeah.
first of all, we're not gonna get into Amir Sealy has a long history in the NBA, a illustrious history in the NBA, and his
Did
family.
you play in the NBA?
No, my
Oh, okay.
younger brother was the late Malik Sealy. I'm not
Yes.
sure how much y'all know about basketball, but
Okay.
played for St. John's, was originally drafted by the Indiana Pacers, and played for quite a few teams in the NBA before he
And
was
the-
killed in 2000.
And the weird thing is that, not the weird thing, but the God sent thing is that me and Amir started doing a podcast, Box Seats. And it's so crazy. As I was growing up, Malik and the St. John's Redmen were so much a part of my life. The St. John's Redmen, as a college team, there was Georgetown that had Patrick Ewing. And then there was Malik Sealy over there. And before him, it was... He didn't play with Chris Mullins, right?
No,
he was
he
the
came
year.
just-
He was after.
He came just after Chris Mullin. He came after Chris Mullin, Walter Berry, Mark Jackson, and that.
And then he played with. Did he play with Ron?
he
did he play
played
with Ron?
with. He played with Rob Wardan, Billy Singleton. I forget some of the other gentlemen
Right.
on the team at the time.
But the thing was, he was a St. John's Redman, and in New York, we never had a college team. We never had a basketball college team that we were always lost. We had the Knicks, we had the football teams, the baseball teams, the hockey teams, and to actually do an actual podcast with this gentleman was amazing. Like he has no idea how much I watched Malik Sealy and was like, dog, like it's fucking Malik Sealy. But back to y'all chicks right now. Let's get back to it. Go ahead, girls. Go ahead,
Are you
girls.
dating?
Am I dating? No, I'm actually in a relationship.
Okay, because somebody just said you look like a tall glass of chocolate milk.
Look at this bullshit.
Thank
Y'all can
you.
harass men all day long.
That-
Y'all can harass men all
Don't
day
shoot the
long.
messenger. Don't
just
shoot
a
the
compliment.
messenger. It's
It's
a
just a compliment.
compliment.
It's
Thank
not.
you.
That's not what y'all say when we say it. When we go at y'all, y'all don't say it's a compliment.
I don't think that you say it like I just did.
No, we say it. We say it better than you did. But go ahead.
So how long have you been in a relationship?
Can we get everybody on IG Live? Can we get everybody on IG Live before you you fucking disrespectful women?
What you mad for, Mike?
I'm not.
Shayna's here.
We've been very respectful so far
Yeah.
to this man this
Yeah.
morning.
Y'all
We ain't
should-
said nothing
y'all-
out the way.
Y'all should all be in human resource right now. Everybody should be in human resource losing their job right the fuck now.
Well, I think that that's subjective, Mike. How dare
No, it's
you?
not subjective when you go
I
to
think
human
it is.
resource.
We
How dare
didn't
you?
sexually harass him. I just asked to see his hands.
Everybody get on IG Live and then y'all can say whatever the hell y'all want. Because Amir's a grown ass man.
He
I'm
sure
just saying,
is.
He sure is.
Yeah.
6'2".
He can
Also-
talk for himself.
Also,
Absolutely.
both y'all breasts got a size bigger. It's crazy. Go ahead. Just come on. Just get on it.
I've been in a relationship about 4 years now. It's longer than that, but predominantly 4 years, the last 4 years or so.
Go ahead, Amir.
Oh, so
Stand
are
up,
you
stand up.
are you proposing? Are you getting married? Or you just gonna do a
Well, you know
relationship?
what?
What you doing?
Now here's where things go left between men and women. So
Mm.
no, and I mean this humbly. I know if I'm not mistaken, I think it's Sexy Mo who's currently in a relationship. She
Yeah,
might
she
be
getting
too.
married finally. Finally, she getting
That's some
married.
bullshit.
Finally,
See,
she getting
see,
married.
Said
Running
final.
them goddamn streets all these years. Finally,
see
But
this.
this is what I think. I think marriage, unfortunately, the way it's set up on a in a general way for us here as African Americans is a lie and a sham. We have, or generally speaking, men and women have been taught that it's almost like going to Disneyland or like going to DR, and it's not. It's more to it. There requires work. It requires you doing the healing. It requires you going back into your family and seeing what things you've been traumatized by from your childhood and so forth and so on. And we don't do that. We say to ourselves, because they give y'all beautiful books when you in preschool, like Cinderella and so forth and so on, and it tells you some guy's gonna ride up on a white horse and he's gonna change your life and he's gonna make all. And that's not necessarily true for a couple of reasons. First and foremost, it's not true because the lie is that there's a destination. That's a constant journey. It's not a
hey,
destination.
Amir, Amir, are you on your phone or your laptop?
I'm on my phone. I'm on my phone.
Oh,
Can you
so
guys
he
hear me?
can't. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, we can hear you. No, he was
Yeah,
trying to
we can
get you
hear
on
you.
IG too.
Because I want to get you on IG because you were dropping. Go ahead.
But aren't
continue.
all
No,
relationships?
no.
Okay.
Hush, hush.
We can't
Amir
ask
is not
questions.
done.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Continue.
So I think that part of what we're dealing with is that whole ideology. Now I say this humbly to you beautiful ladies and to anybody else who's watching on the various platforms. I want y'all to think about every movie you've ever seen, especially all the ones that are love movies that we are so enamored with. Love and Basketball, Brown Sugar. What's the one with Lorenz Tate and Nia Long?
Oh,
Love
Love
Jones.
Jones.
Love Jones.
Yes. I just watched that again.
Every one of those movies, ladies love to. Oh my God, it was so enamored. Does anybody remember the parts of the movies where they break up?
Yeah, and Love Jones, they broke up a couple times.
Okay, but that's not really what you pay attention to. You pay attention to the beginning when he wooed her, and then you pay attention to the end when he got with her again.
Well, it all worked out. I mean, but she was wrong, She.
But my point to it is,
and he was too.
As a train of thought, though, we miss those parts of the movie. We just pay attention again to the beginning and to the end. So we missed the part where she tried to find herself. We missed the part where he tried to find himself. And they went through, as you just pointed out, the various things that they had to go through to get to be the person that they needed to be in order to make the relationship work. In real life, we don't do that. You didn't give me a chance. You didn't give me a shot. You don't love me. No, I'm trying to figure some of this out. This isn't an easy thing to do. I watched my parents, I'm not talking about my parents per se, but I watched my parents possibly be abusive to each other. And in my mind, I thought that was what a real relationship looked like when it really wasn't. I didn't know any better because what other models did I have? I just pointed this out to somebody recently. We all love to brag about that family member or, the family members who we have, the aunt and the uncle who were married 53 years. Does anybody know that he or she cheated in year 16? Is anybody in the family talking about that part?
No, they don't talk about that. You don't find that out till they die. When they die,
Amir,
all that
if I didn't have a short in my microphone, I would drop it right now. Continue.
No.
So I bring these things to the table because that's really what we're up against, again, when it comes to relationships on a bigger and broader scale. We have taken it into smaller bits because that's what the world has enticed us into believing. And as you ladies know, and they say it all the time, Black love doesn't exist, and all these variant things. And we know that that's not true because we have friends who are in love, and and so forth and so on, and married and children, and all these variant things. But the bigger picture is what they try to portray to the world, because for them, it makes sense to make us all look as though we don't care, as though there's no dynamics like this where we get on platforms and we actually talk things out and actually have real things to say about it versus what they assume that we think we know, or what we assume to have been, said.
Hey Amir,
So,
where the fuck?
yes.
Amir, where did you get that New York Nick hoodie? Is that a New York Nick hoodie?
No. This is
No,
just a
that's a
regular
polo
hoodie.
hoodie.
That's a
Yeah,
polo
regular
with the
polo.
Nick colors, motherfucker. I hate you in real life.
Those
You
are the
got a
Nick
Nick
colors?
Those are yes, they're Nick colors.
Is
Those
that
are
orange or red?
It's red.
It
It's
got
red.
green
Mhm.
in
it
it.
don't
Yeah,
even
it's got
matter.
green. It's got all
Yeah,
kind
it
of
got
colors in
yellow,
there.
green,
Amir,
blue.
now you know if you was at the garden, they'd be thinking what? What would they be thinking?
They'd be thinking I was a super Knicks fan, but I am.
Yes.
Like I tell everybody, I'm New York to my heart. I'm born and raised. Was born in Harlem, but I was raised in the Bronx, and I'm New York to my heart. And I don't say this as any knock to any other place around the country, but I do feel this, and y'all, I'm sure could attest to this. When you go out of the country, or even if you're in the country, they always ask, "Is New York in the building?" Nobody, you've never been anywhere where they randomly ask, "Is OKC in the building?" Because nobody cares. You can't really do
Oh,
that.
really?
Right,
Oh,
right.
Unless they know they're in the building,
wow.
nobody asks that question. But I do
Okay.
know we ask about New York no matter, what is going on. But,
Mhm.
again, to get back to, what you ladies asked me, because it's a destination, because there's healing involved, and because all these things, because even myself, I mean, God rest my father, he's no longer here with us. But
Mhm.
as a kid, I used to watch, my mother and father have disagreements. And true story, I used to, want to put on my Foot Locker shirt and get a whistle. I'm like, all right, everybody, go to neutral corner. Like, what are y'all
Yeah.
doing? We
Yeah.
fighting over the butter sitting out. Why? Somebody just put the butter in the damn refrigerator. But as a kid, you don't understand it's bigger than the butter sitting out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's all of these kinds of things that we haven't technically dealt with or don't deal with. And then we bring that into relationships. And this is the real reason why we also, have the divorce rate and, some of the issues that we have once we do get
So
married.
the ladies have questions. We have Johnny Gill coming up. So ladies, I want one at a time. You're not gonna jump on him and do some old like jumping like y'all. No,
No,
Ain't
it's gonna
nobody
be.
jumping on him. We
No,
just
I already know y'all. Y'all can
no.
have that cute face. Your bottom lips are sexy. I don't give a fuck. I know what y'all about to do. So
No.
who's gonna
No.
who raise your hand on who's asking the first question?
Mo is because I asked him 2 questions off the gate. So
All right, but those
Always
I
be
know those were
acknowledged.
real. Go ahead. You go.
Are you acknowledging me?
You're acknowledged, goddamn it. Go
Okay.
ahead.
So,
And don't be disrespectful to my friend, because this is my friend. Don't be go.
so friend,
Yes.
there were some valid points to what you said in terms of, the institution of marriage and whatnot. But I think that one thing that is important for people to understand that debate and conflict can be done in a healthy way too in a relationship. It doesn't always mean that, because you are, you have some type of debate, disagreement, or y'all not on a lovey-dovey page right now, that the relationship is in shambles or it's in trouble. It's the way that you communicate your disagreements and the things that you don't like with your mate that really, really makes and shapes how your relationship goes. I think all relationships are a lifelong work, even your friendships. So I think that when we look at marriage and say it's an institution of like look at it as a negative institution or a negative thing to do, I
All
think
right,
that
can we stop right here?
yay.
sure.
No. And I'm gonna let you
In my
continue.
box.
I went to go get a drink.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the kitchen.
Mhm.
I set some no calorie soda.
Mhm.
When I left, you were asking the fucking question. When I came back, you were still asking the fucking question.
It was more so dialogue.
But can we get to the question, Mo? What is the question?
So I'll rephrase it into a question. Do you not think that you can still have a healthy relationship with disagreements and with arguments with your mate and still have a healthy relationship?
That I do. To your exact point, I think that's but the biggest thing is trying to get to that point, because again, so many of us have had models that show us otherwise, meaning you saw, like I said, maybe your parents or whatever combination of the people who raised you do specific things when it came to trying to do exactly what you just spoke of, which is express yourself first and foremost, and then give the other person the opportunity to express themselves. I know, for a fact that sometimes we been in situations where we've seen I say my part, and then I don't really care what you have to say. I'm gonna storm off into another room. I'm gonna, do something else, or distract myself, or even distract you. And to your point, then we don't get to the crux of what the situation is. So we still end up in the same place. And I think that's why I said the healing that has to go on seemingly before you even get to any of these things is so much more powerful than the actual relationships themselves. And it seems to me, it's not everybody, obviously, that's where people are having the toughest problem, trying to figure out how to really heal. Now, granted, you can see a therapist and, various other things that will help you heal. But the first thing you got to do is admit that you got some bullshit with you before you can heal. And a lot of us don't want to admit that part. I've said this on other platforms. I'm not saying this about you ladies, but we have a thing now where there's this badge of honor that they have bestowed upon women with this whole, I'm a boss and so forth and so on, so I don't need a man. And it sounds good in theory until you really think about what you're saying and adding to the universe to have come back to you. So when I bring that up to people, they go, you know what, I never probably looked at it from that perspective. And I go, I know we didn't, because they did such a good job of hiding it and sneaking it into our everyday vocabulary that we don't really think about it. So you go from the possibility of having somebody who wants to build with you and or wants to help you build to wait until I get it, my empire going, and we'll see what happens once my empire is going.
I think that what you're saying is amazing. I just want to ask this question, sidebar, randomly.
Yeah.
Like, your hoodie, do you dry clean that? Or
you know what?
No, because I realized that hoodie's dope as fuck. Like, for real. And if you wash it yourself, do you do wrinkle guard? Do you do the wrinkle guard when you put it in the dryer? I
do wash it myself, Mike.
Do you use the wrinkle guard?
But the funny thing is, you go back to our childhood, and this is what I mean again about, when you start thinking about generational, because I think I heard somebody mention generational earlier. We came from a generation where you had to learn how to wash clothes, you had to learn how to paint, you had to learn how to do floors and all these various things. I'm not saying that your children, if you have children, don't know how to do these things, because some do, some don't. But a lot of what we're faced with now is even that ideology. I want my kids to have more or better than I had. And I always tell people, well, how bad is it that you had what you had when it's made you the person who you are? See, our kids are spoiled now. Our kids are spoiled now. We do all this beautiful stuff for them, and we give them everything, and then they can't, open a door. You'd be like, I don't understand. But you're doing everything.
But Amir, the reason why we spoil our kids is because, and Shawnee, I'm coming right to you. The reason why we spoil our kids is because our parents put us through some bullshit. And we love our parents, but some of the shit that they put us through was totally unfucking necessary. I was not supposed to be getting cigarettes from my grandmother. I was not supposed to get cigarettes and place bets for her at the spot. I wasn't supposed to.
I go down to the store and get my cigarettes for me.
And she said you with that long.
No. Wait. I was placing bets. I had to play the number. I had to box the number.
Miguelito, don't fuck up my numbers. And I want them just like this. Don't fuck up my numbers.
And I was 4. Go ahead, Amir.
I'm still traumatized by that. That was my dad's thing, to play numbers. To this day, first, I still don't understand that. Like, I don't gamble in any way, shape, or form. See, I was one of those kids that I learned by what I saw my friends go through. So I never really got into weed and all that stuff, because I had boys who smoked weed. And I was like, let me understand this. It's 12 of us putting in for a $5 bag, and everybody's going to, it didn't make sense. The numbers didn't add up to me. So I did a lot of stuff I didn't do because I watched others do it. And I watched them either fall to it or become victim to it. And in my mind, I was like, we all grew up in the same projects, which means we have the same economical and, all these varying things that is the same. But it's your mind frame and your mindset that possibly changes how you see and do things.
Right.
I didn't drink because I watched 2 of my friends' fathers literally drink themselves to death in front of a old tenement house that was across the street from our building, literally. So I was like, all of this stuff doesn't make sense because I was watching people do certain things and I was like, that's not working out well for them. I don't know if I want to try that. I'm gonna leave that alone and maybe come back to that later on. But that's the difference to me in mind frames and mindsets, whether, like you said, we talk about relationships, whether you talk about in life, that's what people are finding themselves going through, these kinds of varying moments where you have to talk to yourself and figure out how much of this really makes sense to me. And to your point about trauma, the trauma that we suffered as children based off of the varying things that we did. Now, this is just a comedic thing that came to my mind because my boy and I was having this discussion the other day. So I'm sure each and every one of you have had a moment, especially when you were younger, where your parents sent you to the store. And you had a store that was real close, and then you had a store that was further away.
Yeah.
And he and I were laughing about this because we was thinking to ourselves, that was the times when our parents was getting a freak on. You didn't think about it as a kid, but if your mother or your father
they sent us to the further one. Yeah.
That was when your moms had to go handle a business with dad. Now, as a grown-up, it sounds crazy, but it's the truth.
But Amir,
get the kids out the house by any means.
Hold on. But Amir, and Shawnee has to ask you this question. Amir, you have never hand washed that hoodie. Stop playing with me.
I'm ashamed.
That is not a hand. You are not going to mix that with any colors. There's no way you're putting that in the wash. That shit is dry cleaner right there, son. That is a dry cleaner joint. There's no way. I wouldn't even put my socks with that dope ass hoodie. I wouldn't even put my Shawnee. What's your question? Go ahead. I'm not playing with it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna bring Dr. Smith up because he's here too. So it's gonna be 3 men and 2 ladies.
Hey, Dr. Smith.
Hey.
Happy Friday.
So I have a comment to what you said, and then I'm gonna get to Tamara's question down there. The whole I don't need a man thing. Yes, all women need a man. All women do need a man, but it gets to a point to where you deal with so much BS. It's like I just don't feel like being bothered with it right now, and I'd rather just do this on my own until the right one comes along. And I think that's where sometimes men are like, you know what, you one of them independent women. Well, I have to be because I can't depend on you to do what you said you was gonna do, not what I asked you to do.
So what's the question?
What you said. It was a comment. That's what I said. I have a
comment.
But why can?
And then I'm gonna ask Tamara's question for her.
What's the question? Ask the question so we can get.
How you just gonna cut me off?
What do you want them to say about that?
This is a man's world.
He get to respond if he wants.
Go ahead, respond. My bad.
First off, Shawnee, I think that you're absolutely right. I think until you are ready to be in any kind of relationship, it doesn't make a difference if it's a friendship. You have to. That's why I said you got to do the work. But we've been duped into believing, and y'all have heard this a million times, the best way to get over a man or a woman is to get under another one or into another one. So there are things that have been said to us so much that we take it as proof, we take it as law, we take it in all these things. And then you look at it and you examine it and you go, it's just a straight lie. I just never looked at it from that perspective because it's been said so much. It's just like when you were a kid and your parents sometimes said stuff to you like, because I said so or whatever. As you know now as a parent, you can't say that to your children. But back when we were young, if your parents said that to you, you just went off into the other room and was like, all right, I'm going to take that at face value. Evolution and time changes everything, including how we handle things based off of what we've been through and our, models and things that we've seen through the moments in our lives. A lot of us don't take the time to process that, though, because we're on the treadmill and we're in this headspace of always trying to do things that we think, like I said, put us in spaces that are so much better and all these varying things, when the reality of it all is, like I said, it's made you who you are. You wouldn't be able to do all the phenomenal things that you do for your children if you hadn't gone through a lot of the things that you went through in your childhood and, your partial and part in your adulthood. But we don't look at it like that. So then we try to delete everything. And I'm like, nah, some of that stuff you got to keep. You got to hold on to. I say this as a running joke, and this is, on another platform that I'm on all the time. Fuck them kids. And I don't mean that like that because I have a beautiful daughter who's 28. I got 2 beautiful children from her, and my other daughter's 16. And sometimes I have to, shut them down because at the end of the day, they're of the mind frame or the mindset that everything is supposed to be a wave of magic wand. As a parent, and I heard you guys say this yesterday. There's no book that comes with being a parent.
No.
This is on the job training 24/7, 24/7. Because you could have two children who you raise exactly the same. One goes super left and the other go right, and you'd be like, "What in the hell?"
But Amir, I said it yesterday. We're gonna teach our kids some stuff that 10 years from now they're gonna be like, "You are absolutely wrong." We're gonna have to. And it's not. I didn't lie to you on purpose. It's just that in my life at that moment, that's what I was taught, that a woman should do this, a man should do that. And then 10, 15 years later, you go like, Dad, you are absolutely wrong. I'm not going to even be mad. I'm like, you're absolutely right. Because my dad taught me some shit that when I came into 2022, I was like, wow, he was absolutely wrong on that. Dr. Smith. Jump in this, Doctor. Oh gosh.
Let me do Tamara's question, and Leah Frazier is here, so we're about to have a real party. So Tamara wants to know: so, are you dating with a purpose?
She's speaking to me.
Yeah.
I mean,
dating. What does that mean? He's not pulling out.
What
is that? What is that? He's not pulling
Good
out.
morning, Leah. Good morning.
Leah, we love you. He's not. But he's dating with a. I can't stand when women say that
Dating
dumb
with
shit.
a purpose.
No, because
means-
listen to what he first said when he came on, when he went into talking about dating and dating.
Amir, go. Amir, go.
So I think again, words are
Johnny Gill coming on.
Words are more powerful than we understand sometimes. And I always love when we say things like dating with a purpose and all these varying things. Here's what I know: you could be with somebody and it not lead to a marriage and not lead to all these varying things and have an absolutely phenomenal relationship. So whatever parameters you and that person set for yourselves and for the relationship is what it is. Don't let other people try to dictate what your relationship should be, because it's not their relationship. Your relationship is your relationship. When you come into this world, you're running your race. I'm not running a group race. I'm running my race. And whatever that looks like to me and whatever things that go along with that race is what I'm supposed to be doing. What I find interesting is we, chime in because your race ended or took a detour that way. That was your race. That's why I was supposed to go that way. My race was the way I wanted to go. Now, to the actual
question, your relationship didn't work. That's what happened. Go ahead, Amir.
But to the actual question, what is the purpose? You're dating somebody and/or with somebody so that you can have love, so that you can have support, so that you can figure out whether or not this situation actually is healthy for the both of you, and that's it. As we know, people date. I've been to some of the most amazing weddings in the world. Doves, they had a horse-drawn carriage. 2 months later, both of them was cheating. So, what's the purpose? Was there a purpose, or was there a show that we were trying to put on so that we can impress everybody else?
Now, Amir,
people don't want to talk about.
I'm not. Yeah, but Amir, I'm not going to get into the show of weddings. But Dr. Smith, what are your comments? I want Dr. Smith to get in here. He's always on here every Friday. So, what are your comments? I love to hear this.
Well, in terms of the question and the comment about not needing a man, I do understand that what Shawnee was saying, because you don't need a man that's going to bring you stress. You don't need a man that's going to let you down. You don't need a man that's going to abuse you. You don't need a man that's going to cheat on you and mess up your credit. Like I know what comes after that. I'm reading between the lines and after the ... So I hear that. I'm like, you sure don't, because when guys say I don't need the headaches, that's what they're talking about. I don't need a woman that's going to make my life worse. But no, we definitely need each other. And I think most people that say that, I think they understand that. I think that like Shawnee was saying, people just go through certain things where, I'm not going to take this. I'm not going to settle for this. And I think it's really important for people to take time for themselves. Like I was saying, when me and Shawnee were talking at the end of the other program, where I got to get dating ready. I can't be so, into the last relationship that I'm bringing some baggage. I don't want to come refurbished. You know what I'm saying? I got to get whole and get right. I can't stumble into the next relationship, like catch me, I'm broken, so I got to really realize that and look in the mirror and see, every part that I played that might have made the relationship fail or falter in certain ways. And, just have that level of humility and accountability so that when I come to the next person, I can even admit that and say, well, somebody says, well, people say, what happened to the last relationship? You've been on your first date You know, you try to put your mask on, you're all perfect. He said, well, you know, people just grow apart. you know, I just came to put my life, you know, we're still friends. It's like, no, Negro, what happened? It's like, well, you know, her sister's real attractive. And, you know, one time at the reunion, I just, you know, I kind of forgot, you know, I got 2 kids on the way. You know, I did usher. I had usher, you know, when you can get to that point, because that's the relationship you want.
Yes.
You want a relationship where you can tell everything. So coming in with that mask is just setting yourself up when you got to take it off. And then the mask get heavy after a year. So, you know, the mask start weighing on your face and you start looking different and rubbing your head more because you should have just came in and been like, take it or leave it, you know, and I think a lot of times if you can't face yourself, it's hard, you know, to bring your real face to a new relationship.
So Leah, I know you just came here to flip cards with Johnny Gill. I know you just came here to flip cards with Johnny Gill. I like the diversity. Like Leah, like
got the cards. All right.
There is not one woman on this show or one man on the show that I don't respect what they think and how they think. But Leah, on this topic, I need your input on this topic.
I just got here, so I need to know what exactly.
Leah, you done heard Amir and Dr. Smith. Who wants to ask the question to Leah? Who wants to ask the question?
What does it mean to date with a purpose? How about that? What does it mean to you to date with a purpose?
Yeah, I hate that date with a purpose, but yeah, you're right, Dr. Smith. You're right.
That you're dating with some sort of intention, but you've got to set the intention at the beginning because both people could be on different paths. So you just don't want to waste your time. And we're not here for the F boys, you know, like they say.
Get into it.
All the F girls.
Get into it.
All the F girls who just want to talk to me because I'm part of the morning show.
Yes.
You flew them out.
Yeah, because you flew them out.
I never flew them out. I told you I don't be fluing these bitches out.
I don't be fluing.
I don't be fluing these bitches. But go ahead, Leah. Go ahead.
I told you to stop fluing them out and then giving them money for BBLs.
I wish I would. I never would. I would literally put it in their butt first. Go, Leah, go.
But that's what I think. Otherwise, you're in a situation where both people have different intentions and want different things out of the relationship. And I'm with Amir's point. Like everybody's relationship is different. Some people don't want to get married. Some people don't want to have kids. So these are things that should be established on the front end so that you don't have any other situationship or your purposes are different. Mm-hmm. So I can't really answer that because everybody's different. I try to establish mine in the front end. I really don't like to date casually because one person may get in their feelings, the other person may not, and it just kind of sets you up for failure.
Mm-hmm. And Jaquiza made she has a question. What does it mean to date without the intention of marriage? It means to just
you're not getting married.
It just this marriage thing. Let me look.
Where's success?
No, because I'm trying to. I've learned from my mistakes, which is just me saying stuff and then just going. But there's a point in your 20s that you are allowed to date without any intention, where you're allowed to literally meet people. And actually, I met people in my 20s that I really think are great people. But I had no intention on marrying them. But literally today, if I see them somewhere, we will literally smile and be like, yo, that was really dope that we hung out. There shouldn't be a pressure on every time you meet somebody and every time you go on a date that it has to lead to something. There shouldn't be that type of pressure. When I met Leah, Mo, Shawnee, amazing women. And when I met them, it wasn't this pressure like, wow, well, if you guys talk all the time on the phone and you guys are around each other all the time, what is your intention? My intention was that we're friends.
Well, we were already in a friend zone. Yeah, that's different. That's different. That was our
Mo. I'm saying, like, when you meet somebody, like, literally, you can take the pressure off by saying, we don't have to have an intention on us being out. If I would have met you, Mo, and we went on a date, and we still had the same chemistry, The same chemistry, like we were just friends, like for real. Like we were like really giggling and doing shots and laughing and all that other stuff. Like
we did.
Exactly. And that's my point. That is my exact point. Like my point was sometimes we put pressure on stuff that we just wind up being friends for life.
I don't think so much. I wouldn't say just putting pressure, but I think establishing the bounds of any relationship is important. So whether it be, you know what, look, the shits and giggles is so fun with you, Mike. I'm friend zoning you. We've established where our relationship is going to go, right? That is still, you have a purpose. I'm showing you what purpose you have in my life. But when you're talking about, you know what, I think I'm feeling him. Let me see where this thing go. That's still dating. You're still dating that person or seeing that person with some type of purpose. You know, you're trying to figure out where that person fits in your life.
And maybe I'm saying the wrong thing, but I think we really believe that we can dictate how this relationship is going to work out, and we can't. We really can't. Like you
can put in the work if both people are willing to put in the work. Commit to something to make it work, it could.
This is gonna sound so corny. Sometimes God just got a journey for you with a person that you can't figure out.
That's been there. Yeah, I agree with that when you say that.
I'll say this. I don't know if any journey that you go on doesn't have a purpose. Usually if you're going on a journey, that's right. That's why you're on that journey. Good, bad, or indifferent.
Right.
The trick in that is trying to figure out what the lesson is. And that's again, goes to what Dr. Smith said earlier and what Leah said and some of you guys have said. That's why I said the toughest part of being in any relationship is dealing with yourself. It's not the other person, because they have their own stuff that they're trying to figure out and deal with. Most of us can't deal with ourselves. Another running joke that I just say to people. One of my favorite songs is, and I don't know who the singer is, but you can't hide from yourself, because everywhere you go, there you are. But people don't really think about what the words of that song really mean and how deep it is, because most of us are, when we meet people, we put a mask on, and in the beginning, in some cases, not everybody, but you put a mask on. We've heard people say, 6 months before the mask falls off or whatever, or, a year. And all of these things are part of the problem with relationships and with getting to know people. If you came out and, Mike, you know this because you're a comedian, but I've heard, comedians say this. Imagine if you really did come with the warning signs, as part of your, DNA. So people look you up and knowing to flip out.
Go that way. Go to the left, girl. Go to the left.
All the stuff, you scare people to death, because people, even though, and I say this, humbly as well, in theory, we always say things like, just tell me the truth. But everybody can't handle the truth. I love to hear it, but the reality of it all is everybody can't handle the truth. And we have to be honest with ourselves about that part of things too. Just tell me this. No, you're not ready for that. You need to be honest with yourself.
Okay, so we have 3 boxes. Before we get Johnny Gill on here, we have 3 boxes, 3 men, 3 women. So I'll start with Dr. Smith, and then I'll go to Shawnee, then I go to Amir, then I go to Leah, then I go to Mo. What is the one thing that people misconstrue about being a man or a woman in a relationship? What is the one thing that is misinterpreted that you like, y'all just don't get this? Y'all don't get what we've been trying to say. Dr. Smith, I will start with you.
I always say the importance of support. I always say that, the importance of support. The ugliest woman could get the best man because she's riding. And I don't think people say they be lashes and this and the BBLs and that. If you learn how to make a home and and be his piece and help to rub on his back, and say, baby, it'll be okay, on some Method Man and Mary type tip, and put me back together. Every day I'm going to get cut up and beat down by this world. And if you could just piece me back together and wrap me up and get me whole, I'll go out and fight every demon and everybody in the world and make this house, what it needs to be too. But they so busy trying to get the hair done and talk about this and where you've been. That's being a detective or a supermodel is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for peace and support and a friend. And I don't see nobody working on that, but in my lane, at least I know what my role is. At least somebody says provide, protect. At least even when I'm not doing it, I know the job description. I don't think a lot of women are even taught this is what he wants from you. Even when I'm not giving it, I know what they want. I just know I'm not giving it.
So first of all, we have to say your haircut, you're fresh right now. So listen,
Fresh cut Friday.
It is no shout to your barber.
Yeah.
Shawnee, your turn.
We're gonna have to do this quick too because our guest is here.
Okay.
But I would say, to me, the thing that men don't understand is really what we go through as women and what we have to, all of the hats that we have to wear and how much of a stress it really is. Because I get that men y'all got y'all issues too, and y'all got the weight of the world on your shoulders. But most of the time, not all of the time, it's a woman somewhere in the wings that's willing to help you. It ain't always a man in the wings somewhere willing to help me with, or a female with the issues that they have going on. That's my answer.
Amir, and we got to get to Johnny Gill. So Amir, just
Okay.
go
real
in.
quick. I think it's a combination of communication and comprehension. A lot of us listen to our partners, but we listen to respond as opposed to listen to comprehend and then respond. So I think that a lot of times there's that part of the situation for men and women.
All right, Leah, go ahead.
I think mine's a combination between Amir and Dr. Smith, but I've always stressed the importance of love languages and trying to really truly figure out how each person responds to love. And a lot of the relationships I've been in, the men just don't want to do it. Oh, that doesn't matter. That's bullshit. Blah 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 blah. And it's really important. And so I would like someone that took that seriously.
No, I see this conversation we have to have again, and you got some cards that you want to flip. And we got Johnny Gill coming. Mo, I know. Go get him, Mo. Go.
I just think that we should realize that as a man and a woman, we can be placed in the same situation, but have a very total different experience from it. And just making sure that we come back to the table and just respect the fact that my experience was different and your experience was different, and we both got something, but we both got something out of it. So I think that that's something that we miss. It's like, well, I did this, why you can't get over? We was in the same situation. I got over it. Why can't you? And I think that that's where it's a recipe for disaster a lot of times in relationships.
And guys always forgive girls who can squirt. Amir, Amir. We got to bring Johnny Gill on here. Do we have enough room for Dr. Smith?
No.
We gonna watch.
I could go. I'm gonna watch. I appreciate you guys. Blessings to you all. Everybody have a phenomenal weekend.
Yes.
Thank you, Amir.
Thank you.
It's nice to finally meet some of you in person. I know, like I said, I'll be in the chat like I always am. Have a great rest of y'all day. Salute Mike and Dr. Smith. And you ladies, blessings, and y'all have a beautiful weekend. Love you
as well.
Thank you, Amir. We have room for Dr. Smith because I think Dr. Smith, Dr. Smith is old school. Like Dr. Smith, no.
Yeah. Oh yes, no. I said I'm a fan, so I'm just watching. Like,
Johnny Gill. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a big day. It's a Friday. Bring Johnny Gill on. Bring Johnny Gill on here.
Dr. Johnny Gill.
I got one question.
What's your question, Johnny?
What did I just walk myself into?
Johnny Gill. Like, honestly, every morning, like Johnny Gill, like, these are my friends. These are my friends for real. Like, this morning show is my friends for real. But you walked into some bullshit. Like, we walked in. These are really my friends. These aren't like no make-believe friends. They really are my friends. And the worst thing in the world is friends, because we say whatever. First of all, thank you, Johnny. You're back on the show. Thank you so much for coming back on here.
My pleasure.
And the guy who made this happen, Jay Black, has COVID, so Jay Black's not here. So we all praying that he's going to be okay, and he will be okay. He will be okay.
He's watching.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and he's watching right now, and we love him to death. I'm not gonna give him too much love because then he'll be like, "Why didn't you say pause, Mike? Why didn't you say pause?" and I love him in real life. And I love him. And I love him in real life. Johnny, I watched The Unsung, right? Last night, right? I watched The Unsung. I went on YouTube and watched The Unsung.
Okay, wait a minute, Mike. Johnny, can you turn your phone?
Oh, can
Which
you
way
do
you want it to turn?
So you'll be full in the box.
So turn it
Pause.
sideways?
Yeah,
Pause.
there you go. Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
Look. Shawnee got excited. She said,
Let's see here. How's that?
So
that's better. Yeah.
No, that's perfect. Thank you, Shawnee. Thank you. When you do Unsung and they start asking you all these questions, how do you feel? Do you feel like, God damn, like, wait a second, I'm still here, God damn it. Why are we doing an Unsung? I'm Johnny Gill. Like, I'm relevant right now. Like, when you do the Unsung, do you tell everybody everything, or are you guarded when you're doing the Unsung?
No, I told everything.
I know.
I did it because it was an opportunity, and you know, for many years, you sit around, you hear. I mean, in our business, this is what you have to. It comes with the territory. I mean, things that you hear, it's that everybody has an opinion, and people don't know your journey a lot of times, and that having an opportunity to actually sit down and talk about my journey. I mean, for the first time, it really it was powerful to me, and it really I mean, when I watched the piece, I mean, I might have seen it maybe 6 or 7 times, but still, there's a feeling that I get when I finish watching the Unsung, because for the first time, having an opportunity to hear it come from the horse's mouth. And I remember I've often said, when we're entertainers, everyone has their opinion of who they think you are. And once you've spoken, at least it's coming directly from the horse's mouth. It's written in stone and it can't be erased. So whatever else comes after that, so be it. But here's my story and here's who I am. And I was actually happy to have an opportunity to get a chance to talk to people and express and show them my journey and who I am.
Now, there were like 3 things I wrote down when I'm watching the Unsung. And the first thing I wrote down was, your voice was so older than what you were from the minute you started singing. I was like, the industry treated this young man as if he was a grown man because of your voice. And I was like, that was kind of unfair. Like, because you're a kid, even with Stacey Lattisaw and everything like that, you're still a kid, but they treated you as a grown ass man. What was that like, being like, you're a kid, but when you grab the microphone, you're 35 years old?
Well, nobody told me I was a kid because I wasn't doing kid things.
That's my question, and that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You hear all that bass coming out of my voice? Stop.
Yes.
That's the panty dropper.
Yes.
That's the panty dropper.
No. But in real life, you was making grown ass women. Like take out. Well, back then it were panties, but there was some thongs getting dropped. But at the end of the day, you are a young man.
Yeah.
That's being exposed to this.
The label really didn't know what to do. Henry Allen, God rest his soul, he knew. He said, we got something special here, but they was trying to figure out, what do we do with this kid that's got this big voice? And but when people see him, it was like, oh, he's just a little kid. So they knew there was something special there, and he just said, okay, well, we gotta wait till the body catch up with the voice.
And I'm gonna do an Unsung right now. You can tell me to shut the fuck up if you want to, and you can tell me. But how much did you really like? What were your feelings for Stacey Lattisaw? Like, what were your were you in that moment in time? How much were you in love with her?
Oh, you couldn't tell me I wasn't in love. I call it puppy love, but to us, when you're first getting into that into a relationship and you start to discover feelings and They're that heavy, and you don't know. You can't tell. You couldn't tell me anything because you think that's the end all be all. It's like that feeling of love it's a monster. It's a mother, and that was probably my first journey of having a serious relationship and having these feelings of that you can't even really describe, but you just know that was like the. So I mean that was just my first step off to my journey of living.
So then now you're in this moment. When did you realize that you could sing better than the rest of these motherfuckers that was around you? No. In real life. When, like, dog, when did you realize, like, you're a young man and we're like, everybody's impressed and we realize that this kid is a kid. When did you realize, where were you? What performance were you? What award show were you at? Where you were like, I sing better than these motherfuckers, and they're not built for me. What moment?
I never, I've never thought
Johnny,
that. I heard people saying that, but I never thought for 1 minute that.
Johnny, you didn't know you were better than Peabo Bryson, motherfucker. You didn't know you like you knew.
What Peabo do? What Peabo do to anybody, Mike? Ain't the Peabo.
Johnny, you like there had to be a moment. Like Johnny, Luther is our everything. Luther is our everything.
That was my
everything.
Road dog. That was my road dog. Yeah.
But you had to know there was a moment where you were like, I may not be better than Luther, but I'm in that spectrum. Like I'm in that circle. Like I'm there. Like I know I can do this. Like there had to be a moment, Johnny. There had to be a moment.
You got to remember, I come from church, and in church, there's 150 million Johnny Gills. I mean, shoot, I thought everybody could sing growing up in church. You don't even. It's not even a thought. You just think it's like, hey, it's. So to me, I just thought I was just doing what I was doing. I tell you what, I recognized that there was something that was a little bit different for me. It happened when I was in church as a kid singing, and I'll never forget singing in Columbus, Georgia, with my family, and the church. The people was getting happy, and this one lady, she got so happy, she flew down the aisle and gang tackled me, and I was just like, we're in church. So I was like,
I'm in church.
That's when you knew you were better than Peabo Bryson. You knew you were better than
Peabo. Not Peabo again, right? Come on, man.
Hey, when that dress flew up in the air, I was just like, man, this is nice.
This is nice.
I can get used to this.
Hallelujah.
Oh my God. All right. I always want to ask people who have an ability that's better than most of 90% of America. Is there a song that you ever sang that you were like, God damn, I sang the fuck out of this song? Like, is there a song that you were like, I performed, like your voice was like, this is my song. Like, this is a song that I could sing anywhere if anybody put it on me and was like, all right, Johnny, sing this song.
There's several that I felt that way about. They weren't the ones that was just the most popular ones, but there are several songs. One was probably "There You Go," which I love still to this day to do live in concert, because whenever that song drops, that's when I shift gears in the show. And it starts to go from there, and then we get into some of the other things from the My Body's LSG, and but there's several of them. But There You Go probably would be the one.
So I go to a New Edition. You just joined New Edition. My wife is a huge New Edition fan. Like it's crazy. Like Stacey's on some next level bullshit that I almost don't even like y'all.
You know all the steps.
Yeah, I almost don't even like y'all in real life. Like I'm like,
when y'all come on, she'll be like, "Shut up, Mike. Shut up."
And Stacey never gets groupied out on anything, right? Okay, so I go to a New Edition concert. I'm like, fuck it, I'm going. I want to rock. And you have joined the group. And I'm like, Johnny Gill, this is not gonna fit. Like, this doesn't make any sense to me. I'm like I know Johnny Gill, and Johnny, don't say nothing. I'm not being disrespectful. I know Johnny Gill sings better than everybody on the damn group. I know, but I rock with New Edition. And then there's a point in the New Edition. I forget what tour it was, where you start the heartbreak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, any heartbreak tour. Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you take over.
Yeah.
And listen, man, like, don't take this no wrong way. I was like, God damn, this motherfucker is the truth for real.
Oh, with
like,
Boyz II Men when he sings
and,
Boyz II Men.
and you go in, and I realize, and I love Boyz II Men. I love Boyz II Men. But I realized the best vocalist on this goddamn tour is singing right now, and you literally, it felt like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Sure did. Well, that was my introduction to the fans. And have you ever seen that movie, The Five Heartbeat, where my man tell him they hired a choreographer, and he said, show me your best combination. And he said, he goes, that's it. That's all you got. He goes, now sit down and sit here and you might learn something.
Whoa, wait a second. Wait, Johnny, that's what you saying you did? That's what you saying you did, Johnny? That's what you're saying you did?
I was like, come on, show me your best combination.
You got
No, let me tell you, but that was because I was just, like I said, I was the new guy. And it was just about the introduction of going, you might not know me now, but before you leave here, I'm gonna make sure you don't forget.
When you do stuff like that and you get off stage and you like literally, I'm not even like making this up. I was like, this motherfucker has tore this place down, and I love all the songs that are about to be sung, and I love the dance routines and everything. But what he just did, I said, that's some grown man. Like, when you get up the stage, do you get hate off of that? Like, is there some?
No. It was, everyone would say, even when they started trying to, for those that didn't even know my name, the new fans, they were just going, the guy that can sing. You heard the one that can sing.
The guy that can sing. But ain't that disrespectful to the rest of the group when it goes, the guy that can sing?
That's what I said. That was my very first concert. I think Alexander O'Neal and Sherelle opened up for y'all. That concert, it was amazing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's just, that's, you do what you do, and that's, people are obviously going to form their opinions, and our fans and are the jury, and they get to decide what it is. But I think it really helped me. And listen, I came to the table as a talented young man, but they couldn't figure out what to do. And you had a group that was already up and rocking and popping, and it was just a great springboard to get that exposure that was needed to expose the talent that I had. And so we all brought something to the table for each other, though.
So, Johnny, is there ever a time where you're number one, you're iconic? You're an icon to us. Like, just let that be known. All that stuff where people like give people their flowers. Fuck the flowers. You're an icon. You're an icon. Like, we listen to you and songs that you sing, and it takes us to a place where it's amazing.
Thank you.
Do you ever just? Okay, I'm an egomaniac, right? Sometimes I'm insecure. No. I'm insecure, and I'm an egomaniac and sing, right?
Really?
Do you ever sit there and go like, do you ever? I heard you, Shawnee. Do you ever once in a while go like, if the songs that were written for certain people would have been written for me, I would have dominated my era. If like, you have great songs, amazing songs. Songs that we all, absolutely. As a stand-up comedian, I will stand on stage and crack jokes and sing the songs and like that. But do you ever sit there and go like, bitch, if they would have given me the same promotion and the same songwriter that they gave so-and-so, I would have dominated this entire era?
No, I never thought that, but I can tell you this. There are so many songs that I would hear and you go, damn, how come I couldn't have had that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like what? Like what song? What song gets you that you go like, I should have if I would have sang this song.
Strange enough, that song Usher did "Caught Up." That's probably one of my favorite joints, man. And I love that freaking bass line. It drives me crazy. I love the bass line on it and the whole pocket on that. But shoot, there's so many that I think back when I hear them, I go, damn, I wish I'd had that one.
Wow, Caught Up.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even thought that you would have thought about Caught Up, but yeah, Caught Up. Is there a moment in time where you were like, there was a song that I wrote that nobody took, that the label wouldn't let you do? Like, was there a song that you wanted that they just that we'll never hear about ever again?
No, I've always been in control since I started with recording, where songs that I was fond of, that I loved, and they would always make the album. So I never had that battle where I've heard a lot of artists have battles with record labels about. Now we did have issues about what song was going to go first as a single. I've had those kind of issues, but I've always had to pick the songs and that chose the songs. The songs that I chose would always make the album. Never had that issue.
And you want
to know why? Want to know why?
Why?
Because I never made a bad song.
Well.
Johnny want to play. Johnny want to play on Friday. Johnny, I ain't never made a goddamn bad song.
I think you could sing about bubblegum, chewing bubblegum, and it would be a hit.
All right. So since it's Friday, we have Johnny Gill, the icon, on here. Since we gonna play today. We gonna play. Johnny, you're not gonna be able to tell us what the wildest thing is. But was there ever a situation where you were around celebrities where you're like, I can't believe I'm witnessing this shit right
now? Yeah. Hell yeah.
I don't want the names unless you want to tell us the names. But can you give us, without saying the names, what you were witnessing that you were like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh man, you want me to go that deep?
Go deep. Go, Johnny, go.
Let me see, how can I put this? There was I was with this friend, and we were all hanging out with some other friends. And as they started drinking and we was all getting plastered, we watched two of our friends just right in the middle of everything start rocking. And then they was just like, yo, they was so hot for each other. They was just like, yo, we don't care who watching. We was just like this.
And it goes down.
And it went on.
And then I'm sitting there, we watching them, and I started feeling a little insecure. I'm just like, damn.
Was it the size or the endurance?
Not even my longest note could hang. I was just like, damn. Y'all rocking tonight, man.
And it was right in front of you. It was right there.
All of us, we was like, yo.
Wow.
So the two females?
I don't. Was it two females or?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out.
No, it was this guy and the girl.
Oh, a guy and a girl.
Like really hot for each other. It was just like, they just said, forget it, fuck it, let's go. We was like, hey, shit. The only thing we was missing was some popcorn.
Anybody got any snacks?
Oh my God. So when you're in that moment, like, does everybody, because I've never been in them Hollywood situations, like when you're in that moment, does everybody just go does everybody clap it up, or does everybody go like, what the fuck's going on, or do you giggle and do another shot, or what happens?
No, we giggle and do another shot, yeah. And then I started thinking about, there you go, here I come. I was like,
oh my God. So so we now fuck it. We're here now.
She probably said, "But can you stand the rain?"
Dog. When you literally are in moments like that, how wild is the road when you're at your apex? When you're like, all right, let's be real. Is Bobby Brown as wild as we thought he was, or was Bobby Brown overestimated and y'all were wilding out? Sometimes I feel like Bobby Brown caught a whole lot of pressure, and y'all was still wilding too.
Oh, we was all wilding. Are you kidding me? But Bob was just, you know how some know how to pull back at times. You be like, hey, okay, slow down, nigga. Bob was just a straight. He didn't know there was only one gear, and he would go hard, and that was like, hey.
Wait, hold on. Did you say hey?
Yeah. I'm like, this motherfucker just do this. Bob was always notorious for getting himself in trouble, and then you go, hey, Bob, you can't do that. And then he'll go, what? Oh, he'll go, huh?
Yo, when you guys are sitting there at New Edition, and obviously, I guess you're the oldest. We presume that you were the oldest and you were the more mature. Was there a moment, like, was there one tour date where you were like, this is over? And it wasn't that you did anything. You were just like, yo, this shit is over. Like, what just happened just now? Was there a moment where you were like, yep, I'll talk to y'all 10 years from now?
Oh my God, we've had, a million of those and moments. But I recall the very first one when we were out. Matter of fact, I think it might have been the Heartbreak Tour. We was just talking and at one point, and I think we had it was Ralph and myself that we were talking about the musicians. It was, I think, maybe the bass player or someone, and we was having issues with one of them. I think it was the bass player that wasn't being consistent or was missing his cues and stuff like that. So we was like, went back to the guys and we was like, hey man, we got to get somebody else that's going to be a little more consistent. And a couple of guys in there was just like, man, I like the bass player. And man, it went from that to crazy because it was like, yeah, but you're not singing. And we are. And, and it was like, and it got crazy where it was just yelling and screaming and it was just like, man, and we was like, man. But
did somebody throw a punch?
No, that was years. I'm talking about in the 80s somewhere. But we was just like going at it, me and Ralph. That's when Ralph and I first kind of bonded and was like, yo, let's see that if that's what they want to do, then let's see them go out there with just the three and let's see how that one rolls.
It seemed like I always thought it was the craziest thing because it seemed like you and Ralph were super cool.
Always. When we first started bonding, when we started working on the album, after all the madness happened, when we started working on the Any Heartbreak album, and we would just be sitting and talking and hang out, go get something to eat, and it really evolved into a brotherhood. And still, that's like we still have the tightest relationship.
Which is the oddest thing ever, and God bless. I'm glad you guys are like super cool, but it's the oddest thing ever because if there was one person that should have been insecure in that group about you joining the group is Ralph, because
he was absolutely was. But know what happened is, I don't know how somebody once said, I used to hear someone say to know me is to love me. It's about when people meet you or I meet people and you see or feel this energy, but yet I never waver or change from who I am. All it takes is getting to know somebody for a minute. And once you get to know me and understand who I am, I listen, I come, I have compassion for people. I love people. And I just think that when you are in my presence, you get to see Johnny. The thing that everybody keeps saying is that, you're a Gemini, but you're not a typical Gemini because everyone talks about how consistent I am. And so everyone keeps saying, I'm not sure if when was you born and blah, 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 because you're not a typical Gemini. What you see is what you get in consistency.
All right, so you see all the verses. You see the verses. You see everybody on verses doing everything. You Shaka Khan, God bless her soul. Like it didn't go. Didn't go to where it didn't go to where.
Don't do that to my soror.
No, we love.
She had help. She had help.
No, I get it.
She had help.
Stephanie held her down.
Stephanie helped. Yeah, she helped.
Stephanie held her down.
So we go with we can go songs, but then I want to go vocals. If there's a verses just on vocals, like we're just gonna sing some songs. Is there a verses that somebody that you think either now, I'll say now, can actually stand with you just on we're gonna pick these songs, not just our songs. We're gonna pick these songs and sing. Is there somebody you think that can fuck with you on that verses vocally?
Yeah, there's quite a few, I think.
Like who?
My Uncle Charlie.
Are you kidding? Well, Charlie. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Charlie can go. Yeah.
Who else? Sweat, I think.
Sweat can't fuck with you, John.
You're being nice and generous.
No, Johnny Gill, Johnny.
Are you speaking of catalog? The catalog?
No, we're not even talking.
Not singing.
We're not even talking catalog. Just like we can sing Jingle Bells, and if Johnny sings Jingle Bells, no Sweat. We love Keith Sweat. We do. No disrespect. He's not fucking with you. And no. In '89, he's not fucking with you. But go ahead.
No.
Oh, somebody said Genuine.
No.
Whoa.
No.
Johnny?
No.
Now they disrespecting Johnny.
Somebody said Genuine.
You're just talking about vocals, not catalog.
Just vocals? We'll do vocals.
Yeah. The vocals, yeah. I would say Genuine. I said Anthony Hamilton.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
wow.
Anthony Hamilton. Okay.
I would say Joe.
Joe.
No.
I'll give him Joe. I'll give him.
Wait, this is hold on, Johnny. This is the amazing thing about vaginas. A man just said that Joe can actually hang with me, and the lady said no.
I said no. I said no. I said no.
But he just told you. Like, why don't y'all listen to men ever? Go ahead, Johnny. Anybody else?
He's stronger than Joe. I'm just saying.
But Joe can get. I mean, Johnny can too. But I've seen the aunties in the panties.
I mean, yeah, he's sexy, but when we talk about vocals,
Johnny
he has vocals too.
He got vocals, but he ain't got vocals like Johnny.
Can we let Johnny Gill?
Can
we let Johnny Gill talk?
Okay. And here's the deal: all of those that I named are opponents that's like a boxer that is not afraid to fight anybody. But clearly, I'll knock everybody out.
Absolutely. There we go.
Somebody said, hold on. You are so, I hate you, Johnny. I hate you because you want to play. All right.
But it needs to be a good match, though.
So, Johnny, so somebody put Maxwell up there. Will you knock out Maxwell? Can you knock out Maxwell?
First round.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Johnny was all in today.
Yeah.
Don't ever wonder.
Yeah.
He said, "Don't even wonder, Mike."
Yeah. All right. Is there anybody you worried about? Like, okay, we can go in any era. Like, you fucking with Sam Cooke?
Oh my God! You know, I can't even say. When you start talking about the people that I ride on their shoulders, that open the door for me, pave the way for people like myself, I can't even listen. Even if I could, I can't.
Right,
I'll say it. I think he and Donnie Hathaway would be good.
Oh, my favorite.
I think
He's
that would
one of my all-time favorites. And oh man,
hey Johnny,
man, that's like I wouldn't want to, you know.
Let's keep it real.
You ever see that Larry Holmes fight with Ali when he was in?
Oh yeah, don't do that. Don't do that, Johnny. Don't do that. Don't do that.
And then Larry was like, "I'm gonna do this. I got to do this." But he called the ref. Come on over here and get him. Come get him. Come stop this fight.
All right, somebody put this out here, Johnny.
I couldn't do that to all the old, the ones that have paved the way for me. That would be like, I couldn't do that.
All right, Johnny. You fucking with R. Kelly?
R. Kelly? Oh, I forgot about him.
Damn you. Damn you.
Are we talking about songs or are we talking about vocals?
We gonna talk about vocals.
Talking about vocals? Oh,
yeah,
he's
vocals.
in that mix too. Yeah, you can't front on. He's in that mix too. Absolutely.
He can sing, you know.
But hey, but I'll knock him out too.
Somebody call Swiss. You going to first verses from jail, Mike? You going to verses from jail? Let's go.
All right. So Johnny, we're with Johnny Gill. Is there one person? Is there a few people that you're like, yo, vocally, I can't fuck with that? Because honestly, I don't really know. I don't know anybody who can fuck with you, but are there certain people that you go like, say Stevie Wonder?
Stevie Wonder. I will listen.
Wow.
I bow down to him still to this day. Stevie used to come over to my house and we used to go at it we used to just be sitting around singing and running and going back and forth with each other.
What?
And oh my God, man, one day he would come over to the house and we sit and he starts playing and we're sitting around drinking and singing and doing runs and going back and forth with each other. One day this guy did a run so long I went around the corner, went to the grocery store, grabbed some food, came back.
And he was still doing it?
And he was still running.
Yo!
He's amazing. Steve's amazing. Let me tell you, man. He's truly amazing.
Who else?
That's my
is
heart,
in that,
man.
Who else is in that Stevie realm, but where you're like, dog, they're next level, like they're like Jordan.
Oh yeah, man. Wow. I would say my uncle. Uncle does not. Let me tell you, he goes in. Uncle Charlie, he's another one to me. That just I can listen to a morning, noon, and night.
All right, so give us the one song that lights your heart up, and I know I should say pause. The one song that is your song. No, because we all got that song. We all got that song that just puts that thing that makes us feel different about ourselves. What is that one song that you'll just be humming and singing that you're like, man, this is it?
Wow, ooh, that's a tough one. The one song. Is it my song or just any song?
It could be any song. It doesn't matter. I want to hear it, dog. I'm groupied out right now. I'm a fanboy right now. I just want to hear it.
That's a good one. That's a tough one too. Wow. I mean, there's so many from whether it's Stevie, but it would have to be from Steve or from Donnie. Probably between one of the two.
Can we get a little bit, just whatever, just a little bit? I know it's early.
Yeah, I'm like, man, are you kidding?
No, you ain't got to go all the way in. This ain't a verses.
Man,
This ain't a verses.
It's just... Hold on, let me get my auto tune.
Yeah, you can hum it. Yeah, get the auto tune.
Not the auto tune.
You can just hum the bitch. You can just hum it like.
I've been so many places in my life and time.
Oh, you gonna make me cry.
I love that song, man.
Man, that is.
I've sung a lot of songs. I made some bad ones. Man, it's just something about that song just cuts every time you hear it. And then to hear the story behind about Donnie and what he was going through when he was making these records, and it's like I don't know. I've often said that if I had to go through that, because you can hear from every phrase to every note, you can feel what he was feeling, and it's like I'd rather not have and be successful. If it took that to write a song and go through what he's got, what the some writers go through to be able to do that, I don't know, man. I wrote a song called "Take Me, I'm Yours" that was on the Let's Get the Mood Right album, and that was the first song that I wrote from the beginning to the end. And it took me almost about 3 weeks to write that song, and Terry Lewis made me sit and write what was going on because I was going through a relationship, a breakup, and man, it felt like I was going through. I went 15 rounds, and I'll never forget. After I finished writing that song, I said, "If this is what it's like and what you have to go through to write a song, good song," I said, "I'll pass."
No, I've never listened to that song and not cried. I've never heard I've never like that and I don't even know, like, you're right, like what you put yourself through to expose yourself and expose everything that you're going through, it's got to be like torturous. I've hogged up the interview, so I'm going to give Shawnee, Leah, and Mo and Dr. Smith a question. Shawnee, go ahead.
Hey, Johnny, it's good to see you again.
All right.
So you got the tour coming up, right?
Yeah.
With the guys, and we can't wait to see you. But I do have a question because I know Belle Biv DeVoe is doing dates on their own as well. Are you gonna do dates solo as well, or are you just gonna focus on the culture tour with the whole group?
This focuses on the culture tour with the whole group. Even Belle Biv DeVoe, everybody pulled down their dates. I had dates, they had dates, Uncle Charlie had dates. Everybody pulled down the majority of their dates. There were some dates that maybe one or two that we couldn't get out of that were too far gone, but for the most part, everybody pulled down their dates and just gonna reschedule. Okay. So I will too as well.
Go ahead, Leah.
I have my tickets. We were ready, so all the aunties will be there in full effect.
Y'all not all aunties. Y'all not all aunties.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yeah, auntie. My question is, because you were talking about earlier about all the dance moves and stuff, and you know how people try to throw shade when you go to the concerts. It's like, oh, they don't move like they used to. What's the workout regimen like, or do you get exhausted on stage? Honestly, what is that like? I'm always curious.
There's a difference between when we're performing solo versus dealing with the group. When we're dealing with the group, we actually have to go. We go into rehearsals, and you build that stamina through rehearsals. So by showtime, we're floating through it. But still, there are nights when you just don't feel like you got it, or you just you got to push through it. But for the most part, once you kind of get that build that stamina, we rock through it. We get through it and still can do it at a high level.
Tell him, Johnny. Give me like 1 week. We back in the building. I'm doing these spins. I got this. Mo, what? Go ahead, Mo. What's your question?
So you were a tall, and I didn't realize you were that tall. I know you were like 6'2", 6 foot. But you 6'2", right?
No, I'm 5'9".
I heard you were 6'2".
Who the fuck was you talking to, R. Kelly?
That's when I start singing.
That's what I said. He
I'm
grew.
like 6'2".
I am 6'10" when I start singing.
They call it voice agra, Mike. It's voice agra. You start singing and voice agra.
I be trying to tell these hoes, once I start telling jokes, I'm literally 6'7". Once I start telling jokes. But go ahead, Mo. Go ahead. Go.
You got the new tour that's coming up, and you're no stranger to the catch a mitt on stage, because I know you get a lot thrown at you. How do you pre-game to withstand like the tour cooch that gets thrown at you?
Shoot, that's the name of the game, is to catch as many as you can.
Like the gingerbread man?
Right there.
Whoever's got the most is the winner.
That's why they call it tour dates. Tour dates.
Oh, okay.
Every stop.
That's why if it is in love, That's why I fuck so hard. No, I'm like, go ahead.
But you're one of the artists that I mean, your longevity in the game. You how did you not like? You know, there's some people out there who have a kid in every city.
He pulled out.
Yeah, let me tell you, I am 55 years of living. Never ever had any issues with no venereal disease, no nothing, and that's not by accident. I don't care where I listen. My protection is like an American Express. I don't leave home without it, and I've been that way since I was a kid. Been that way since I was a kid. I'm like, hey, I just never. I was just taught that you can get caught up, and if you get caught up, not only can you get caught up by having kids, but there's some things you can pick up that you might not be able to get rid of. And I was always concerned and afraid about that, but I just did what I was taught to do, and that was, as what the referee tell you, keep your guards up at all times.
So Johnny, I never even thought to ask you this. Like, you don't have any kids?
I have one. Yeah.
Oh, you have one, a boy or a girl?
Boy, he'll be 16 March 9th. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
God bless. Wow.
Yeah.
But that's a long time of dodging a bullet. Like, you did good.
Yo, Johnny, you did amazing, Johnny. Like, Johnny, what you did. Fuck all that vocal stuff. Fuck all the vocal. What you did was amazing. You're in the Hall of Fame right now. You got one.
One. And let me tell you, now all the other ones that claimed I was their daddy.
You ain't the pappy.
I ain't the pappy.
Johnny, I hate you. Dr. Smith, Dr. Smith,
They karaoke talking about on a perfect day. That's my daddy. That's my daddy.
And when they come up to me talking about you're my daddy. I'm like, who your mama? She was my daddy.
Did you ask for pictures? No, I ain't hit that. I ain't hit that.
He's the funniest. Dr. Smith, what's your question, Dr.
Well, I actually, it's funny because I had to start working at 9:30, but then I realized my boss was black, and I said my boss is going to understand that Johnny Gill was on, and I said I'm good for another few minutes. But I want to introduce a theory that I've never heard, but I've thought about to myself. I said if I ever had a chance to talk to the brother, I was going to share this. And you mentioned the maturity aspect, Mike. And I was thinking about all the groups that broke up, especially when it was transitions, right? A lot of people didn't do that Destiny's Child rebound, right? A lot of groups, that was it, right? And people never give due credit for Johnny's humility and maturity. And I always say he saved the group. And people always talk about, what kind of changes, what kind of change. I say if the wrong person had got in that spot, they would have blown it up. It took an exceptional level of decorum and maturity to be the glue to a group that could have easily otherwise went the way of so many other groups. And I just want to introduce that to people to really look at the evolution of the group differently, where it's like Johnny wasn't lucky to be in New Edition. He didn't just add to New Edition. If it was anybody else but Johnny Gill, I don't think we would have had any more New Edition. So I just want to thank you, for saving the group and playing
Johnny Gill, John. If they would have put Tyrese in the group, they'd all be in jail. They all be in jail. Everybody would be in jail for life.
It's funny, you said the key word. He said security. If you ever notice, when you look at the group, and if you look even over the years, I'm always standing when everybody was fighting to get in the front. I was always standing in the middle or in the back.
Yeah.
And what happened for me was when I joined the group, I also had a record deal and still had an obligation to the record label as a solo artist. And I never felt like, look at me, I need you to see me. I always felt like this was a great balance for me for life. And what it teaches you is not only just as a solo artist, but working with other people to understand how to work with others. And what it did for me, I was so secure knowing that when it was time, I had my opportunity to be able to go out and I was going to record as a solo artist and still be able to express myself artistically. And that's what was most important. Most of the time when you put people in groups, everybody has their own idea. At some point you start growing and going to different lanes, and you want to do different things. And so what happens is people start to get frustrated because they all want to be able to express themselves. And I think that's what has kept this group to some degree together, where we're we're brothers, and we go at it like cats and dogs. And the next thing you know, you look and you go, well, wait a minute, I thought y'all was just fighting. That's what we've been that way for 100 years. But at the end of the day, if you ever notice, you'll see how we all still come back together. I don't care what happens at what point, but you'll see us come back together, and we come back because this is a real family. This is real brothers, and it's not just a working thing for us. So,
Johnny, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
Yeah. So I'm really hoping that the other groups, like we got Jodeci on the deal that's coming with us, and it's all the originals.
Right.
I think that we want to.
Please don't let Bobby and Jodeci get in the same room, please. That's all I'm saying. Just don't, like, please. Like, I know Bobby's mature, please. Keep them the fuck away from each other, please. Please. You know I'm not lying. I'm not being mean. I'm not being mean. Just please. Don't let
Actually, I tell you, Bobby's been doing really good though. He's been doing really good. Even KC, he's been, he's really, pulled it together and
I know they're recovering
so much.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be really. I'm excited to see them. I'm excited to see my uncle. Hell, I'm excited to see us. So I think that we're just getting ready to do something that I think it's going to be powerful, and I think for 2022 to kick off, 2022. I mean, what better way?
So how have rehearsals been for you guys? Like, how long did y'all have to prep for this tour that you got starting?
Well, we actually start next week. I tell you what's happened, and Doc said it's so crazy that he hit on this. The one thing that I initiate with these guys is, when you know better, you have to do better. And we look back at the things that have caused us issues, caused us problems. You got to go back and look at those things and reflect. And so what I did, I'll never forget, even us coming back together to just sit down and talk, even before there was ever a tour. It was about us understanding that we're family and understanding that if we never step on stage ever again in life, that we've worked and we've done too much and have made a contribution to the industry, all of us collectively, and that that's something that can't be erased, and that we all have kids, and our kids, it's important for them to know their uncles. It's important for us to all know every kid, the names of all our kids, and we sat down and we talked about what was our biggest problem and what is most people's biggest problems. And you know what it is that we all have in common? Communication. Communication. And so I tried to explain to them, as well as I do now, all my friends, people want to be heard. Whether it's crazy, it's the craziest thing on the planet, whether you agree to disagree, but that's their view and that's their opinion. People want to be heard. And when we find that we disagree with people, we cut people off, not allow them to speak because we think what they're saying is absurd. And then it's like people feel like you're dismissing them, their voice and their opinions. And that's why when you look at the court, it's the way it's designed, a person get to tell their story. Right. And then you get to tell yours next. So it keeps things in a place where people can feel like, that arguments only start and people start screaming and yelling when they want to be heard. So exactly. I keep reminding everyone when we get talked about. I mean, we've had things where we agreed to disagree with. We was on the phone for about 4 or 5 hours last night, and we have things that we might agree to disagree with, but we listen. It's about listening, letting everybody have a voice and be heard. And then you go, okay, the $100 million question is, what do we think is best for the group? How are we going to do this it's going to be best for the group, not us just individually? Right. And it has really put us in a very good space and elevated us in a sense of what we're doing with our business that we've never, ever done before, which has been a blessing.
And I think the funny thing is the older everybody gets, the more there's certain disputes that don't seem as big as they used to be. Because everybody's really just like, we're blessed to do this tour and to really make this money doing what God blessed us to do. Like, in our morning show, we have no communication. Like 10 years from now, we're going to communicate with each other and we're going to be like, we hate each other.
I'm going to be behind the scenes and I'm going to be like, Mike never let me talk. Like he really controlled my mic.
And I didn't because I was the best vocalist. Because I
He David Ruffin. He's the David Ruffin of the bunch. Y'all got a question?
Mike never followed the schedule.
Never, ever followed the schedule. Ever. Johnny Gill. And I will speak for everybody on these squares. The amazing kindness that you've shown to literally be on this show with us, the way you've done 2 times. And to share the stuff. I can't tell you. I'm stunned. And we thank you. We thank you for real.
Thank you.
To have this conversation with you and to literally take time out. Man, Johnny Gill, thank you so much. My fiance would have loved to be on here, but I'm not going to have her be all thirsty and vagina getting all drippy. I wasn't doing it. I wasn't doing it. I wasn't doing it.
You're that one guy we always see in the audience to be doing like this.
Yeah, exactly. That was me. That was me. I'm like, I love you, Johnny, but at some point I said, fuck him. At some point I was like, yeah, whatever. Johnny.
But then when they by themselves, they be singing a song though, Mike.
Yeah, and then
and you're like, this is a concert. They get home, goes on, but I need somebody. I was in the bathroom getting ready. Just
my. Like, I hate this son of a bitch. I hate him. But in all realness, Johnny, thank you so much. And I would love, one day I'm going to get you to a comedy show and I'm going to make you laugh. I would love that. I would love that.
Johnny is really nice because I'm going to tell a Johnny story. And I'm pretty sure he remembers this. You know what I'm about to tell?
No.
Okay, so I met Johnny and Tyler. He came down to do a show. And it kind of went sideways. So I got to see 2 sides of Johnny Gill. I got to see the real side of Johnny Gill at the college. And even after all of that happened, then there's
what was that?
At Jarvis Christian College.
I'm mad that Shawnee thinks all the shit Johnny Gill did, he remembers what the fuck happened in Tyler.
Wait a minute. See, that's the other thing we gonna talk about.
Yeah.
Mike always pooping on people's parties.
Johnny, do you remember any of that?
No, I want to know what happened.
The sound. There was an issue with the sound.
Oh yeah.
And you had some words with the president.
Johnny's such a nice guy.
Oh man.
I don't play with sound.
No, he doesn't.
Don't play with sound. People think you take a mic. Everybody, when you sing or somebody wants you to sing at an event or something, people think just because you can sing, it's like, hey, you don't need no mic. But when the people come to a show and people want to hear you sing, the most important thing is sometimes people don't even understand what makes their head move, what makes them have a wonderful experience when they hear you go, oh, wow, it sounds just as good as the record or sounds just like the record. That comes from having good sound people, making sure that everything's balanced and from a vocal standpoint to music standpoint so that they can have a great experience. And when that's not happening, I feel like I'm cheating people. I feel like I'm not doing my job. And so I don't play. And sound people sometimes, they have this habit of when everything feels right, they start keep turning and twisting knobs and trying to adjust things just because it makes them feel like they're working. And so I always tell a sound guy, when I tell you it's okay, everything is good, it's balanced, everything is good, please do not touch the board. And some of them will just, can't help themselves.
Johnny, do you have 5 more minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, because I can't, because Leah, she's the middle square. She has the glasses on. Leah, okay. So Leah is really into these card readings, right? And Leah is the most professional person I know. She's like Miss Lawyer and everything like that. But she got giddy because you were gonna be here. She's like, yeah, but Mike, I got these cards. And I can flip the card. Do you think Johnny will give me his birthday? And
I don't need his birthday. Remember, it's bootleg.
Oh, okay. Whatever it is, she wants to flip these cards, and she wants to tell He wants to tell what's going to happen in your future.
They're
now,
not future cards.
Oh, whatever it is, I'm telling everybody watching right now. This show has no responsibility on what she's flipping. Like, I don't even believe that this shit is real.
No,
This is-
Shawnee
but
had
yeah,
my back.
What?
Mike, remember when I flipped for you, Mike, and you came back and said, "You know what, Leah, that was a little spot on."
That was a little, but I said a little spot on, Johnny. I said a little. That kind of, I went to Waffle House. Okay, so you were right. I went to Waffle House. My bad.
My uterus been jumping ever since she did my reading. I don't know.
What?
Let me go before I get fired, Mike. I'm gonna be watching on the low. You know, I'm gonna pretend I'm working. Shout out to all y'all. Thanks, Johnny Gill. One last comment, Mike. I gotta thank Johnny Gill because Teddy was telling the woman to turn off the lights and he was abrasive. He was turn them off, right? But Johnny was able to tell the woman what dress to wear, what shoes to wear, and what perfume to wear because he said it the right way. Much love to y'all, man. Shouts out.
Shout out to Dr. Smith on the low. Johnny, you just be dominating. But okay, listen. All right, Leah. What do you need anything, or you don't need any information?
I already pulled. Thank you, Mike.
What type of bogus shit is this? You don't need no information for Johnny.
No, I told you it's not a future. It's not tarot. It's oracle. That's different. Oracle.
What is oracle? What does that mean?
Oracle cards are more affirmation, inspiration, positivity. You can use energy to pull, which I did. And so I asked which one should go for Johnny. It started spinning for this card, so I chose this card for Johnny.
Oh yeah, and then after this, we can play some blackjack.
So this is for everybody that's been tuning in. This is a new deck. So Johnny, you are the second person I've pulled for on this deck. We had a new moon on January 2nd. So normally when the moon goes in cycles, you're supposed to set new intentions. So if you haven't done it already, you need to set your intention for this new cycle. Mike, stop laughing.
I'm not listening.
Okay, and for the new moon, it's all about vision and just moving forward in your aspirations and dreams without any bounds. Okay, so I pulled your card, and like I said, there was a lot of energy with this card. So it says, "I am on the right path and divinely guided." So this is you. Okay.
Is that a naked lady?
It is.
She got clothes on.
Oh wow.
It's whatever you want it to be.
I'm on the right path. That's right. She started out good.
Johnny said I'm on the right path.
And so for you, it just says, when we relax into ourselves, stop, Mike. When we relax into ourselves, we feel more at peace and we return to trust. We remember that each small step creates the whole, a journey overflowing with divine order. There is a loving force within and around you that is guiding you on your path. So just remember to breathe. And this guidance could take the form of inner knowing, or it may present itself as meaningful signs in your life. So you just have to be breathing, inhaling and exhaling, and just be aware. So open up your heart. And you may also look to whatever you call on, your source, God, the universe, or your spirit guide. So always ask them for support to lead you in the right direction. And it's going to come, if you open up to it, you'll feel calm, encouraging. You may hear a lovingly voice, and it will free you from any anxiety, force, or fear. So walk your path, know that you're divinely guided, and acknowledge the signs. But you have to be willing to listen and be aware of the signs. Most people walk like this. So open up yourself, ask your ancestors if you have any questions or need clarity. But it says that whatever you're doing or what you may be questioning, you're on the right path. So keep going.
Does he get to knock her down too? No. I was
if it's a her, I don't know. Remember, it's whatever.
That comes with the territory, baby. What is all this for without it?
What is all this for if you're not gonna bend over? What are we talking about?
Oh, she said clarity. Make sure the lights is on.
Oh my God! I wish I was part of New Edition. I wish I was. I just want to be on tour with these cats.
Be reading cards for all y'all.
Oh shit!
I love it. See, that's positive, and I love that. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, Johnny, don't give a damn. All right, Johnny, we're gonna let you go. We're gonna let you go.
Yeah. So I figured probably. So,
Oh my
as soon as I
God,
get
John.
off this phone, there's gonna be a naked lady waiting in the room. Yeah. All right.
And remember, keep the lights on so you can see. You gotta keep the lights
Yes,
on so you
The
can see.
clarity.
Oh,
You got to get the
I
clarity.
like the lights on. I like the lights on. Teddy said turn them
Oh.
off. I like them on.
Yo, Johnny, what is the liquor that you drink when you about to get it when you about to turn up? What's your liquor?
Jack Daniels.
Oh, you
It's
see,
like
you old school.
you know what Jack Daniels do? I swear to you, I feel like makes me feel like a cowboy.
Well, you know, dark liquor only make you do two things. You either fighting or you.
Or you take the other level to the highest heights. But
Or
being
you
a
gotta,
lover,
or
that's
you can
me.
you can just go to sleep. But Johnny, you're amazing, dog. Like you gotta come to a comedy show. Like Johnny, like let me tell you directly to your face. You're a fucking mess. I like how you rock. Like you are a fucking mess. Like you go hard. Like you don't give a you like it's whatever. Fuck all that singing shit.
I got issues. I got issues.
We all do, Johnny. We all do.
I love you guys, and thank you for having me, man. I don't take nothing for granted, man. Every moment, everything that I get to do with everyone, it's like it's a blessing, and I don't take it for granted.
Man, thank you, Johnny Gill. Ladies and gentlemen, the person has given us the pleasure of rocking with him and answering every single question, Mr. Johnny Gill. Clap it up, y'all! Thank you, Johnny. Thank you.
Yes.
If Jay Black was here, he'd say, "Oh, wait, 1 minute."
Real quick.
Real quick. I don't even got the real quick questions. But Johnny, thank you so much, dog. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Be careful.
And hopefully, I'll see you guys
March 24th, Dallas.
We'll see you in Dallas. Yeah.
in Dallas. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. I'll see you guys.
All right, still keep Bobby Brown away from Jodeci.
Or Jack Daniels, which one?
Oh, Jack Daniels. Keep it away from Jack the whole thing.
Both.
Don't get into nothing. Johnny Gill, ladies and gentlemen. This has been great. This has been crazy.
Yes.
Oh, wow. God,
I love his transparency. Like he's amazing. He is amazing. That's somebody who, you know how you say, what star wouldn't mind like hanging out with and just, kicking back and enjoying the weekend? I think it would be him.
I agree.
Do you know how much of a mess these tours must really fucking be? Like, not even now. Like, now they're different. Like, everybody's different now because everybody's like, Johnny's still drinking fucking Jack Daniels and wilding out.
Yeah.
But can you imagine in their peak and prime when they were on tour?
No, I know he needed to catch his mitt. My thing is, it wasn't even the women that were like his age. I think it was the aunties and the mamas and
how did they
not back then? They was throwing the big ass panties.
How did no one go to jail? Like, do
Different
you
time.
imagine? No, that hotel must have been, that lobby must have been so crazy.
Different time, different day and time.
He got one kid.
That's what's amazing to me because
at
I'm
39.
Like, yes,
one kid.
Yes,
at 39.
At 30. Yep.
Dude, there's no way possible that I could be on that tour and have one kid. I would have a kid in Idaho, and I'm like, who did you fucking Idaho? Like, there's no possible way that you can. There's no way. Like, I had a problem with me, and I was just a local celebrity. I don't even know how you pull that off.
But the fact that he was so adamant about being responsible for that aspect of his life speaks volumes. It really does.
Don't believe that shit.
I mean, Princess of the Plenty only got one kid.
Don't believe that shit. Abortions are crazy. Listen,
I can't.
Everybody get on IG.
I can't with you.
Listen. God bless it. God bless it.
Can't with you.
Johnny's the best that ever did it. Johnny's the best that ever did it. But you're not going to be as hot as Johnny Gill has been. And tell me you ain't had to. Okay.
Well, you know what they say: mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
Jesus, that was great.
So shout out to him. I can't wait until the tour. I'm excited. I ain't throwing panties, but I am definitely one of the aunties that's gonna be, oh my God.
Amir, shout out to Amir Sealy for joining the show. Also, Jay Black, get better. Because I know it's killing you not being on here with us.
Yes.
So just make sure you get better. and we can rock out as soon as you start, getting your stuff together and everything like that.
Are we all going to the culture tour together? We going together? I know Leah already has her tickets.
As long as Bobby Brown ain't drinking with Jodeci.
Why you keep saying that? So they're going to be in Dallas on March.
Why do you think?
I was gonna say, as long as KC don't hop on somebody's shoulders and go through the audience with you.
Yeah, exactly. It could get ugly, Leah. It could get ugly in a second. It could get real ugly.
Situations more mature. I think that we're not going to have all of that.
But if he does, I'm not.
But
gonna
if
be
he
mad.
does,
I'm not gonna be mad at it.
If you see him on somebody's shoulders going through the crowd, you're like, oh shit.
Don't forget the chicken wing. With
the chicken wing, it's going down. It's going down. Amir said thank you for what Amir said thank you again for allowing me.
Yeah, I can't wait until you come again. Amir, we had some fruitful conversation. I think that we would have a lot more things to talk about, you and I.
I might have to come through the tour. Definitely feel better. Get better, Jay Black. Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna be crazy. And when is the tour date that comes through here? I think
March 24th for Dallas.
Yep.
My birthday month.
We ready?
They need the website for your comedy show on the 13th.
Oh, improv tx.com/Arlington. Improv, the letters TX /Arlington. And or you can call 817-635-5555, 817-635-5555. The Farewell for Now comedy show.
I'll be there.
Just for a little bit.
Yeah.
And shout out to Don Page. No, we're gonna be good. We got bigger things that are gonna happen. And,
I know, but I already told you I don't like it, but I'll be there. 2022, I'm speaking my truth.
I know that's right, Leah. I know that's right. Stand in it.
I'm gonna have Lady Q make me a shirt. It's like, I don't like it. That's what I'm gonna wear. It's gonna be on a hoodie.
Oh, and shout out to Lady Q. We wish you happy birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday.
But of course, this is your mom, so happy birthday, Lady Q. Happy birthday, happy birthday. I know it's a tough time right now. You got the grouchy, the grouchy old man got the COVID.
After the grouch got COVID. I don't feel good. Can you bring me some more time?
And wait a minute. He's directing me. Jay sending me instructions.
Of course he is.
While we on.
Of course he is. Jay is control free.
What was his control free? What was COVID's instructions? What did COVID say?
We talk about the tour.
Fuck the tour. We don't give a damn about the goddamn tour. We want to know.
We know when the tour is.
I'm not gonna be on, but Johnny is excited to come. Really? Like, stay on time. Like, Jay, get some rest.
Yo, we had Johnny Gill talk about shit that he has never talked about in any interview ever. So God bless him. God bless him. Jay Black, go to sleep. Take a nap. God
Take a damn nap.
No pork and no scrapple.
Now I'm looking at the little private chat. That is hilarious. But Jay Black, we miss you.
But get better, Jay.
And I'm not gonna say it no more. That was it. I said it one time.
Get better.
I'm not repeating it because you'd have told me pause. So whatever. All right, y'all. Love me for who I am. Love us for who we are, not who you want us to be. I understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed, and so please enjoy every minute, every second. When you interview Johnny Gill, ask every question you possibly can, and be glad that he answers the questions. You fight for everything: a parking spot, the big piece of chicken. Fight for your happiness. Never let somebody take that from you. Michael Shawn, Shawnee Scott, Sexy Mo, Leah Frazier, Jay Black, get better, Lady Q. Happy birthday, Mom, and everybody. It's the Takeover Legends. Yeah.
Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in.